time.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Jtraedz TV, where we discuss all stock-related contents and much more. Guys, I jumped on today a little early because I want to break down everything moving forward, what to be expected for Monday. So I've been working on a few little designs on how we're gonna start, everything off right early in the morning. As far as pre-market setups, going over our talking points. So I did design a few little things as far as news, earnings, and economics, and I'm gonna show you guys right now. Like I said, good morning to everybody. Hoping everybody having a blessed and happy New Year's. So this is what I added on to the stream. So before we start looking at the charts over here, what we're gonna do is we'll go over our PowerPoints first. So this is how the PowerPoints look. So right here we'll go over news first and foremost, which today I did put in because I was just doing a little bit of test runs on it. Which we'll go over the articles, basically what came out today off of CNBC. Stock futures rise to kick off 2026 as tech shares pick up where they left off 2025. And right here, guys, you're gonna see I have everything written down. So we'll go over our talking points as far as the news and so forth. And then from the news, we'll go right into SPY. From the open, close, highs, lows, giving everybody a heads up on how we prepare ourselves for the next day forward. Once we break down the SPY recaps, then we'll go right into economics. Today we do have the PMI manufacturing finals going to be at 9:45, and we do have construction spending that's going to be coming out at 10 o'clock. So this is what we're going to be doing early in the morning as we come on and we start the stream. We'll go over these talking points first, and then once that's over, then we'll go right into our charts and start breaking it down, how we're going to set ourselves up, as far as our trades. So if you guys like it, man, let me know. Hit me up with thumbs up, give me a hell yeah, whatever the case may be. If y'all like that, this new little talking point that we're going to be having, we'll continue to do this early in the morning as the market is about to open. So like I said, early in the morning, we'll go over news. From news, we'll go over, SPY's recaps. From SPY's recap, we'll go over, economics and earnings and so forth. So this is what we'll have at the beginning of the morning. So if y'all like that, we'll keep it rocking and rolling. I'll update this every morning, every stream, and we'll go from there. Now, as far as SPY today, I did see some news that came out on Tesla not too long ago off of CNBC, stating, where was that? I did see this early this morning. It said Tesla reports 418,000 deliveries for the fourth quarter. It says down 16%. So that not too long ago came out as far as Tesla's talking points. Let's see. Tesla reported 418,000 vehicle deliveries in the fourth quarter. The electric vehicle maker faces steep competition across the globe from companies including BYD, Kia, Hyundai, and Volkswagen. In the U.S., a 7,500 federal government incentive for EVs came to an end in September 30th, and so forth. So this is the one of the news that not too long ago came out that I seen on Tesla. Right now, what I'm doing is watching on Tesla, guys. I am watching this uptrend that we do still have based off of Tesla that we're still trying to hold above this 445 level. We have this breakout point that's going to be around this 462.40. If we get that breakout, we do have room to push our way back up to 65 to 70. So I want to see if buy's going to step in today on Friday to see can they go for a possible short squeeze. So I'm going to look at it from both standpoints. I'm going to look at the highs and the lows. So right here I have these lows right around this 449.20. If you want to round it, 450. We do crack 450. We do have room to fall back down towards the 445, down to the 440s. But right now, as of now, guys, we are holding this uptrend on Tesla, kind of building somewhat of a little ascending triangle pattern. We definitely want to get this break back above this 460. Queen, good morning. Did you see it? This is what we're gonna be. I came on early because I wanna go over some things that's gonna be new, added on to the stream, Aussie. So tell me if you like this, Queen. So before the market kicks off, I know the bell about to ring. We'll go over this first and foremost. So as soon as we come on, let me get everything set up. So this is what we'll do first and foremost. Before we go into the charts, we'll go over news, right? So I designed this. So I kind of made it like a little newspaper thing. So I'll take the information, from in the morning, and like I said, I kind of want to go with a little newspaper design, and which we'll go over the news, and then from the news we'll go over SPY's recaps, from the previous day, like Wednesday, from the open, the highs, the lows, the close, volume. And then after that, we'll go into talking about the, what is coming up as far as economics, as far as today. Like today, which I already marked off, I highlighted, we have the PMI manufacturing final at 9:45, and we also have construction spending at 10 o'clock. So those would be the main talking points we'll go over, and including earnings right before we're going into the charting. So once that's done, we'll close this out, and everything goes back to normal, and then we'll start to talk about the chart. So you like that? The little briefing, the early morning briefing. All right, cool. Yeah, so I designed that not too long ago because I wanted to make it fun, man. Like make a little newspaper breakdown, go over the briefing talking points of the news, and like I said, the recaps of SPY, and then the economics, and then earnings and so forth. So we'll do this every morning, from 9:15 before the bell rings at 9:30. So bell is about to ring in a few, so let me go ahead and close all this out. So yeah, that was something I added on just to add a little bit of fun to the the stream and so forth. But right now, and I did send you the updates on Patreon, Aussie. Basically breaking down on what to look for as far as SPY. I did mention that we have somewhat of an inverted cup and handle pattern. You can see right here, you got a nice upside down cup. We do have these tops, these resistant areas right around 667, 666, 75, and 87, 80. I was trying to talk fast. I saw the countdown. So right now, guys, like I said, as far as Tesla, watch this uptrend to see can buyers hold, stay above this 455 for that possible push back up towards this 462.40. We can break that key level. Look for that possible push up to 465 plus to see can we get this continuation push towards the upside. However, if we fall back underneath 455, you do have room to possibly fall back down towards the 450s itself. We'll be going from the bullish side of things to now the bearish side, because you got to understand, as long as we stay on top of the uptrend, bullish. Below the uptrend, bearish, because we'll be cracking that trend line. Right now, as far as SPY, I do see somewhat of an inverted cup and handle pattern. That's all my 1 hour time frame. I know I got to switch everything back to a 5. We do have CRWV squeezing at this time. Still looking good. That's one of my scalpers. But like I said, for Tesla, we definitely want to get that break above 460 to 462 level here. For that push up to 465, keep it on watch for my Tesla traders. Like I said, as long as you hold that uptrend, you do have room to push up to the upside. But we definitely want to see these buys push, get that break above 460 to get the ball rocking and rolling first and foremost. As far as SPY goes, let's see what we at on that one. Like I said, this is my 1 hour time frame. I will switch it to a 5. I was just trying to, clear out all the clutterness, just to kind of get a better understanding of what SPY wants to do, the certain, the levels that we need to break or crack. As far as longs, we can see clearly that we need to break above this 686.75 to 687.80 for the possible push up towards 689 and 690. So right here, you can clearly see where we have these two tough resistance at right here that buyers need to break. Right here, right around 686.75, 687.80 for that possible push right back into the 689, 690s. So the main thing I want to see, and like I said, the only thing that was concerning of me with SPY was that we have somewhat of an inverted cup and handle pattern. That's the only thing, because I see more of a downside or more of a downtrend than an uptrend. So that's the only thing that was concerning with me as far as with SPY. You have more of a downtrend, you have more of lower highs building. And we do have a cup. It looked like we may be working on a handle right around this level, around 686.75, which you are starting to pull back right now. I started to create this handle. So that was the only thing. And also, I did put that in the Patreon, and the guys, I'll bring up the Patreon as well. So I did put this out. I did alert this morning. Let me go to it real quick and go to my Patreon. So I did put this out. I did alert it. All right, let me go to it real quick. And right now, guys, you are pulling. And we'll go down to it. Let me go to my talking points on, all right here. So right here I did break it down. As far as the pre-market prep for this morning, SPY longs, if we wanted to get that break, we need to get that break above those price points that we just talked about. 686.75 to 687.80. Target level is going to be around at 688.60 up to 690. On the short side, we want to crack that 684 down to 683.32 for the targets of 681.50 down to 680 itself. I did also post, like I said, I did put in the news that I just not too long ago showed. Economics, PMI, manufacturing final, that's going to be at 9:45, and construction spending at 10 o'clock. And also I got the drawing right here, guys, right here, where I did break down everything from, these bottoms, the levels that buyers held, and from the top that sellers are still holding at this time, which you can see 686.75. You can also see 687.80 that I did post in the alert, and that'll be right here. So to give everybody a heads up. So right now we're definitely getting that pull. Couldn't get above that 686.75, hold up as resistance. And you can see right here, guys, as I mentioned, building a lower high, looking weak, looking a little bit more bearish still getting a nice pull back down to the downside. And what was one of the targeted areas I called out, guys? 684. 684 is one of the target areas I called out on the downside. I'll go back to it again to prove it. Right now we're in 684. Did I not mention it right here in my Patreon? Let me go to it real quick. Did I not just say that? Shorts. Crack 684 down to the 682.32 levels right here. We can crack these key levels on down towards 681.50 down to 680 itself. So you can see right here, we need to crack what? 684 down to 683. And where we at right now? 684.81, around 685. Still looking weak, still getting a nice little pull. And like I said, look at this. I mean, you clearly got an inverted cup and handle pattern. You can clearly see this. Look at your patterns. Look at this inverted cup. See where your bottoms held at? Right here, right around this 81.54, where you closed out the cup. Now working on a handle, which that top area is around at 686.75, getting a nice little pull back down towards the 84s, down to 83s. So keep that on watch as we are building a nice little handle on down, getting a nice little sell-off towards the 84s to 83 levels. So keep that on watch. And you can clearly see the pattern, guys. Inverted cup and handle right here. And also, you have somewhat of a little downtrend-like setup. So you always got to pay close attention to your patterns. Look right here. You can clearly see it. Look at this. You can clearly see a downtrend setup right here. I'll put a different color to it. Let me see what I can use. I guess I'll just put red. Yes. All right, bam. See how you can clearly read this pattern out? From these tops, look at this. Building lower highs, lower highs, lower highs. Look at this downtrend setup, pulling right back on down. But you see how you can easily read these without jumping the gun and not overdoing it? And same thing what I said about Tesla. Watch that 460. We lose 460 down to 455. Watch that trend line. You go from the bullish side of things to now the bearish side of things. And it's all about understanding these patterns. Like I told you guys, what was I looking at? SPY, what stood out to me was an upside down cup, an inverted cup, and you know how, the routine to that. So once we get a bounce back on up, we run it right into resistance, but a nice pull back right on down, right into the what? 84. Pay close attention to your true setup. Look at this. Look at your downtrend setup. Look at your downtrend setup. But that's one thing that we're going to definitely work on, Aussie and everybody else. Just understanding how to read the patterns. Understand how to read the patterns and putting ourselves in the right positions at the right time. Without overthinking, overdoing, without jumping the gun, going over past key areas of resistance, past key areas of support. Now, why did I have a line right around this 81.54? I'm going to go back a little bit and show you why. If we go back, why did we bounce right here? Because of this old key area here. So we go back. Old resistance. You see how strong that resistance was now that we're above it. And once we pull back to test it, you got to keep in mind that buyers can psychologically now use an old key area that was once utilized for resistance, now for possible support. Because you can see when your sellers came in the strongest right around this 81.54, right? When we were underneath it, sellers had the benefit. It benefited the sellers completely. Because what was this creating? More of a bull trap, right? Because every time you would come up, pull back. Come up, pull back. Come up, pull back. But now that we're above that level, after we done broke up to the upside, now coming down, what the buyers are going to utilize. They're going to utilize the same price point now to their advantage for a possible bounce to the upside. So all I did was take a past key area and utilized it to future, opportunities. And here you go, pull back, bounce. Right now, again, Tesla, we didn't fail underneath what price? Well, we still couldn't get above that 462.40. Pulled our way right back on down to 55. Remember, I told you guys, watch that trend line. I told you, if we get that crack at that trend line, you have room to fall back down to the what? 455, from 455 possibly down to these bottoms around this 449.20 to 450 level. So as you can clearly see that we ran on up, got rejected right around this 462.40, right around pre-market levels this morning, right back on down to these possible low areas. So, excuse me, if sellers can crack this area here, this 452.21, then you have room to possibly fall back down to what? 450 to 449.20. That's gonna basically create a what? Green or red move. And then we already just had news that came out saying already that Tesla was down 16%. So look at this nice reversal back down to the downside. Look how you go from buyers to now sellers. You got now majority of red candles versus on what you had before. You had majority of green candles. Now you have sellers stepping in, going on this nice pullback. So it's all about understanding how to read these levels. Read these levels, set your patterns in motion, put your past levels of support, resistance, understand the level that you can get rejected at, understand the levels that you have room to possibly bounce off of. So we see where these psychological levels are located. Same thing with SPY. We do have some data coming out in about, we should be having that PMI data coming out at 9:45, and then we're going to have some more data coming out at 10 o'clock. So definitely keep that on watch. And like I said, all I'm doing, guys, this is an hourly chart right now. I haven't flipped it over to my 5-minute time frame just yet because I wanted you guys to understand the psychological levels from the past. See how I place my lines at the highs, the lows, to understand the movements of the market. Or not just that, understanding the true pattern of what, especially what SPY is doing. And like I said, the main thing that stood out to me was a possible inverted cup and handle pattern. I identified myself with the pattern first and foremost to not put myself in the wrong position. So we go back a little bit. Let's go ahead and draw a line right here, your bottoms, and then go ahead and draw your upside down cup. See that? Boom, 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 boom. See that? Plain and simple. Inverted cup and handle pattern. And then look at this nice pullback. What areas did I call out? 684, right? Bam, there you go. What did I call out on Tesla? Like I told you, you crack underneath that 55, you have room to fall back down to that what? Towards that 450 level, back down to these bottoms. But see how I didn't force anything, I didn't rush. Also, now you getting understanding how to read these patterns and understanding how to put yourself in a better position. You see how I went ahead and marked my levels first, and I knew the levels that we needed to hold for the long side. I knew what levels that we needed to, what levels needed to be taken out for the short side. But you see how I just took my time to understand these levels that was already presented to me ahead of time from pre-market after hours and the previous days before. See this? Look how I marked my lines out, man. What did I do, guys? Call this pattern out. Told you what needed to hold. If we didn't hold it, what would possibly happen? If you crack this trend line, you'll go from the bullish side of things to now the bearish side of things. And as I told you, you lose that 455, you have room to possibly fall back down to that 450 level, back down to these low areas here. Same thing with SPY. Possible inverted cup and handle pattern. You see how I already have my lines already marked off at the beginning of the market? Already, based off of what? Areas that was already presented in front of me. Now, can we see the same thing on a 5-minute? Let's see. It should line up with it. So let's go to a 5-minute. 5-minute time frame. 5-minute time frame. See that? Same exact areas. Boom. Boom. See that? Austin, what are you looking at right now, Queen? But yeah, guys, just take your time to understand these patterns, man. That's it. Take your time to understand the setups, what the market is telling you, and go from there. Now, for those who may have missed this opportunity, will we have a possible another opportunity coming? Yes. If we can get this nice move back up to the upside, let's see, can we run into some resistance where we can start to trap some buyers and pull right back down again, going for the second leg down. So keep that on watch. If you did miss and you don't want to chase, wait for that movement back to the upside. Let's see some consecutive green candles kick back in. Let's see these buys move back into possible resistant areas, and let's go from there. So let's see what could be the next possible opportunity as we do push back on up. So let's see, based off the 5, let's see what we can possibly use to see what we can possibly try to trap buyers. So let's see around the 685 level. Let's see. Keep this on watch. As we push our way back on up, let's see what's going to happen around the 685 level. Could this be a second opportunity for shorts, for the second line of shorts to come in and go for the move back down? Let's see. We need to stay underneath the 685. We need to trap buyers right at 685. We want to prevent them from re-breaking above that price point and reutilizing it. So let's see. Can we keep them underneath 685? Can we continuously block them? Stall them out underneath here and go for the possible next leg down. Let's see where we go. Will buyers push or will sellers overpower them? Let's see. All right. So Austin, what are you looking at this time, Queen? Oops, let me fix this. Fix my little range real quick. My bad, guys. So right here, watch this 685. Watch 685. 685 level, testing at 200 plus 685. Keep that on watch. Again, what you want to do, if you want to go for the second opportunity, we want to keep these buys underneath this level, because again, we want to turn support now into resistance. See how we went on top of 685, but it benefited the buyers. We bounce, created pullback failures, got that nice move back up to the upside towards 680, 675. So watch this level to see, can now sellers turn support now into resistance. So keep that on watch. And what I told you guys, 450, baby. Tesla, 450. There you go. From 455 down to 450, back down to these bottoms. There you go. But again, take your time to understand how to read these levels. It's not hard at all to read this. Just take your time, man. Take your time. And this, again, this is on the hourly time frame. I haven't even switched it to my 5 yet. But look how it's playing off on the 1 hour. Look how it's playing off. Nice and pretty. Easy to read, understandable. And look what we're pulling back down to. To see these low areas, see how we bounced at? Look what we're pulling back down to like a magnet. Look at it. Look right here. Look right here. So shout out to my puts on Tesla for catching that pullback. Right back down to these bottoms. Bam. There you go. Trend line crack. Went from the bullish side to now the bearish side. There you go. So right now too, watching SPY. Keep that on watch. Getting a nice little bounce back up. Let's keep that on watch. Let's see. So guys, what are you guys looking at this time? Or what do you want to go over? What do you want to go over? Shout out to like I said, shout out to my puts on Tesla. Trend line crack. From the bullish side to bearish side, right back down towards that 440, 450, 449 level. Right here to these bottoms, right where my line is located. Bam. Pull right back down to it. So you see the rotation? See how you rotated from the 449s up to 462s? From 462s down to what was that, Apple? Okay, got Apple moving. Keep that on watch. Apple. See how we have the upper shadow? See how sellers trying to trap these buyers? Trying to create a trap right here, right at 685 that we talked about. So let's see. Can we create a bull trap right around the 685? Again, what we need to do is prevent these buyers from getting back above 685. If you want to go for the second opportunity, we want to create upper shadow, we want to create breakout failures. Again, trap buyers and go right back on down underneath 685. Keep that on watch. Right now, Tesla has already completed its mission back down to these bottoms, so that's done. So now, here you go. Another candle, another red candle, creating that trap that we just talked about on SPY. Dang it, I hate when this thing does this. All right, bam, there you go. Upper shadow, bad trap, a bull trap, right underneath what? 685. Upper shadow, see the body of the candle getting stuffed at what price point? 685. 685. So keep it on watch. Let's see. Yep. I think they trying to push. Let me see. Like we may have more buyers than sellers. Let's see. Like they tried to. Pushing back up. Yeah, we may have more buyers right now than sellers. Cause it looked like sellers were trying to, but buyers came in and definitely pushed. Hell yeah, they definitely pushed that one. Yep, they were trying to. They were trying to hold the buyers underneath 685, but with more buyers stepped in and went for that squeeze towards the upside. So They tried it, but we had more buyers than sellers, so that ain't happen. What we got left on this counter? 3 minutes. Yeah, they tried to do it. And like I said, I know on Fridays can be a little tricky. Let me see. Let me look at my 12-hour time frame. Yeah, them buyers definitely stepped in and came on that one. How are we looking on my 12-hour? Yep, above 685. Yep, because you need to stay above 685. From 685, it'll be the next key level on up. The levels that we need to get back above is going to definitely be around 688. 688 for the possible push up to 690. So let's see, can they go for it? So right now, from 84 up to 86, $2 push. Yeah, buyers definitely stepped in on that one. Yeah, you buyers definitely stepped in on that one and pushed. What was squeezing? I think my Apple went off. I think Apple was the one that pushed. Let me see. Yep, Apple. That's Apple. That's why. It's Apple squeezing, guys. Apple squeezing. That's what caused that push. Look at this. Look at Apple. Because I heard my alert go off too. My alert went off. Damn, boy. Apple's definitely going for a push. Goodness gracious. Look at that squeeze. And it's on a 1 hour. Let me see on the 5. Oh, yeah. Look at that. What do I see right now? Okay, so you got AMD at a... Let me hurry up and check out the rest of these real quick. I'm gonna come back to Tesla. Let's see. Like I said, Tesla, we want to get that reversal. We need to get back above 455. See AMD pushing. Is AMD pushing? Okay, got AMD. Got NVIDIA at 3%. Google 2%. Apple at 2%. Amazon at 1.5. So okay, you got a lot of these. So AMD, NVIDIA, Google, Apple, and Amazon are the main ones that's pushing. AMD's in the lead right now. AMD is definitely in the lead. 5.50%. So yeah, that's definitely what's causing that push. Jeez Louise. Look at CRWV. That's another one pushing. Take a look at you. You can see. All right, let me see what we got. Oops. Up to on this one, 76. Oh, I see what it's doing. It's trying to go for a downtrend breakout. Let me see on how high we could possibly push up to. I do see around 79 on CRWV. But we gotta get that break above 76. We do have room to push up to 79. Damn, these bad boys blasted off. Goodness gracious. Let's see. All right, testing that pre-market area. 686, 686.75 on SPY. 686.75. That's that pre-market area. Can we get that breakout? Can we break out of this pre-market area? Got that. Get that breakout from that little price point we got from Wednesday's level, right around 687.80. Nice little bullish push though. I ain't gonna lie, seller buys definitely came in. Like I told you, Tesla, watch 455. 455. If buys can recover 455, look for that possible pushback up to 460. Got some buying pressure stepping in on Tesla right now. We did hit those bottoms though. We did hit these bottoms on Tesla. Came down to those bottoms right where those buys held before. right around that 449.20. Got that nice little push back up to the upside. Yep, look like we got rejected on SPY underneath that pre-market area, right at 686.75. So nice rotation back up towards pre-market and got rejected. Nice little rejection back on down. The shadow, rejection. Same key area. Tesla, watch that 455. Watch 455. Let me take this crap off. I don't need that. Alright, let me move that back over now. Alright. Still need 455 with Tesla. Watch that. Need between 455, 450. 455, 450. SPY got rejected right at the pre-market level. Ran up, rejected. We got some data coming out at 10 o'clock. Don't forget about that. We got that construction spending coming out at 10. I hate when they do this. It's like I can never. It's like they always do that. Every single time I'm going for these plays. Well, especially for CRWV, that spread be getting on my nerves, man. Because they can never grab my orders like I want them to. Like I gotta keep moving my my orders back and forth. I hate that. I'm gonna have to readjust it. It didn't take my orders. I have to readjust it once again. Right now we testing that 470. I'm sorry, 76. Still getting that squeeze. We have room to run up to a 78, but it missed my dang orders, man. Yeah, I was trying to catch a quick scalp on it, but it missed my orders. It's like it won't pick. It's like the way that CRWB does sometimes, due to those spreads. It's like it tries to force you up. It's like it didn't come down to like taking none of my orders. That's the only thing I hate about the spread sometimes. Is that little setup. I hate that. It's like I gotta keep readjusting everything. It's the only thing I hate about that. Sometimes I can get it, sometimes I can't. Okay, gotcha, Queen. Yeah, I was just talking about that. Your main ones that were running, right now you got AMD. AMD is at a 5%. You have Nvidia at. Matter of fact, I'm gonna move it over. I'll show you my thing real quick, Queen. Let me bring it up. So see how I have my little list. So right now you got AMD at a 5%. You got Nvidia at 3%, hitting around 180. No problem at all, Queen. So 287. So I'm sorry, 278 right now with Apple. Yeah, and I called out Apple. Cause my alert went off. Let me see. Let's take a look at Apple on the 12 real quick. So yeah, those are the ones in my top gainers, but AMD is at the top of the list right now for sure. Let me see. Apple, what was our O key levels on that one? That we talked about a while back that we needed. Was it like 87, 80? Almost something like that on Apple? I think that was the levels that we needed to get back above. Now that we pushing. Let me go back. 80. Chart. What was our key levels? Yep. So right here. That 272 held, 272.27. Those bottoms held. Got that nice push back up to 276. So next key level on up, Aussie. You can see right here. See where you got rejected at? That next key level up is gonna be around that 278.87. Right here. We have these two specific levels. Let me move it up a little bit. Let me take this real quick. So that's gonna be an area that we're gonna need to break for sure, that we can run up to. gonna be right around here. Boom. Right here we had those resistance at. You have room to run up toward this towards these areas. Yeah. So we finally broke out of this trend, downtrend. Also, we finally broke out of the downtrend because buyers still held at 270, 227, where sellers had trouble pulling underneath. Pullback failure, pullback failure, pullback failure. That level held. Buyers stepped in, got that nice squeeze from 272 up to 276, and as we push up, you can see back here in the past where we got rejected at. You can see these tough areas where sellers will be 9 times out of 10 sitting. You can clearly see rejected. Man, Tango, what's up, King? You and the beautiful queen. I hope y'all both have a happy and blessed New Year's, and I wish you guys nothing but many blessings and much success for 2026 and beyond, which I know is gonna be y'all time to shine. So I'm gonna definitely keep y'all in prayer, and y'all definitely have my support, and I'm gonna definitely do the best that I can to help you guys out as much as possible. So, and like I said, we're gonna have a lot to offer for 2026, and knowing that y'all been my day one since day one. Like I said, on the back end, I got y'all. With anything y'all need help with, Aussie, Tango, y'all let me know. I got y'all. So we are, Aussie, we already went over apples many times. Appreciate you, Queen. Thank you so much, and thank y'all for the support and for the beautiful compliment. So thank y'all for that. For my, so baby girl, yeah, she's something else. She's something else, man. So right now, guys, we're definitely getting a bullish. Man, no problem at all, Queen. So yeah, right now, also we definitely getting that trend line break. That downtrend break on Apple. So that's a good thing. Definitely getting that bullish candle, get that push towards the upside. We want to take out or reclaim around the 278s to 280s because we want to cross this level in order to get back towards these levels. So we got to bypass this area. So we got to take this area out where we can utilize this for, go from resistance now to support. So in other words, we want to break. Let me see what we can do. So we definitely want to take this area away from these sellers. Because you can see where the sellers are sitting at. You can definitely see where the sellers are coming in at to try to stop buyers from reaching back up towards these top areas. You can see right here clearly where this brick wall is at. Because every time you run up, sellers come in, sellers come in, sellers come in. We had got a breakout, ran up as high as almost 288, 290. I keep saying 6 because I'm thinking about SPY, I'm sorry. 288, 290, where we went green to red, right back on down, fell right back underneath this level here. Right back underneath this level. So what we need to do is buyers, we need to reclaim this level. We need to take this area away from the sellers. So we need to take this out, 278, 280, where we can get that continuation push towards the back up towards the upside of retesting 285, 286. So we definitely have room to run up towards these levels, but this is the level that we're gonna need to take out. So if we can, because the album's set up pretty decent. Now crossing over to the beginning of 2026. So if we can get a pullback, hold this level, and get that nice movement on up, I can definitely see that as we can turn this area from resistance now back to support. So I can definitely see something like that. Get like a nice little squeeze, break above that 78, 80, and get that push towards the the 80, 85 to 86. I can see something like that, coming up. So right now you do have a healthy candle, so that's good. So you do have a healthy candle. We just definitely want to stay above this 76. So between 76, 78. So we want to kind of stay in a range, kind of like we did here before. Between 76, 78. We want to stay in this little range now. Because it looked like you fell out of the range. Now back in that range, which is a good thing. That's a clear sign of strength. So that's showing that buyers are stepping in. Because if anything, if buyers wasn't going to step in, we could have just continuously fell off from 72s down to the 70s, 68s. Where we'll fall back down to these bottoms and so forth. But look what happened. Buyers stepped in, buyers held this level. So what we're going to do is we're going to mark this level off because that's now support at this time because buyers then stepped in and showed out for sure. Now we just got to take out this area here where your sellers are sitting at. So right now buyers have control of this area right around the 72, 74s. So right now, look what buyers are aiming for. Look, and Aussie, you see the psychological play to that? You notice the strength. You know what buyers are trying to go right back into this area where sellers came in to take them out. So look how much room you have to run up. So you can clearly see how much room you have to run up to, because we know buyers need to take out this area. And you see how it's pulling up to it like a magnet. So doing like a big, kind of like a U-shaped pattern. See how you have this sell-off? You make it like a U-shape, almost like a cup. You see that, Aussie? See what it's doing, Queen? Kind of doing this. Kind of creating a cup. See that? Look. See that? It's creating like a cup. Almost like a U shape. So if you notice that, so we need to take out that key area. We need to take out that area, turn it into possible support, and then get that continuation push towards the upside, where we can come back to retest the 76, I keep saying 76, 86, 88. But also, you notice that U-shape pattern, though, right? Correct? You notice that U-shape pattern? What we're doing on Apple? Notice this U-shape? Red to green? Yeah, see that? So the area. So in other words, like I said, you know where you have room to run up to. So in other words, if you want to scalp, you still have room to go from the 70, we're already above 76, up towards the 78s to 280 levels. So we have a little bit of room to still get that push. Now for the second half of the market, this is the first half. First half is showing the definite strength. First half of the market is definitely showing strength. Look at this. We haven't even got to the second half of the market yet. So from 9:30 right now to 10, just within an hour, close to an hour. Well, I'm sorry. Yeah, 10 o'clock. That was, 30 minutes worth. Still, look at this. Look at all this buying momentum. It's a good sign. It's definitely a good sign. Could be setting up for a bull flag pattern, setting up going into next week. So as long as they can hold, stay above 276, or stay in that range of 276, 278, we could definitely see a nice movement on up going into next week. Where we can utilize this range in between here, between 78, 76. So all I got to do is stay above this key level. Because you see sellers trying to come in already. See a little bit of selling pressure, trying to push them back down. The main thing that we want to stay on top of is going to stay above 276. We want to stay above 276 because, again, we want to turn old resistance, you can see right here clearly, to possible support. So, and also you can clearly see the range right here too. Also, look right here. Let me go back a little bit. See, when you went underneath 276, you can see sellers came in, pulled them all the way down towards the 266. See that? Buyers came in, wound up getting that push back to the upside. We wound up breaking above that 276, getting that push right into the 278s, 280 levels, and so forth. So you can clearly see this big rotation all the way up. And then we got that rotation down towards these key levels here. Right around here. See, buyer stepped in right around 270, 272. So we didn't fall all the way back down to the 266. So we fell about as low as, I know we got a little lower shadow here, but I'm not worried about that. But we did hold around 270 to 272, kind of creating a higher low. See that? Creating a higher low. So we want to get that already getting a squeeze right above 76 and so forth. So look like bulls are definitely stepping up to the plate. Definitely stepping up to the plate. So right here you can see sellers trying to come in right around 278, as we talked about, 278. But the main thing that we want to hold on the long side, we want to stay above 276. Because again, what we want to do is turn old resistance. Because you can see when you went underneath it, we got a nice pullback. We want to turn old strong resistance to now this way, possible strong support. See, last time we was on top of that, look how those buys came in aggressive. See that? When you went underneath, benefited the sellers. When you went on top, benefited the buyers. So that's why we want to rinse and repeat. We want to reutilize that same price point to push our way back up. So that's what we want to do. So we want to take an old key area that once benefited the bears to now reutilize this area to now benefit the bulls. See, when you held on top, buyers came in, held on top. See that? Man, happy new boss. Thank you so much for the love, man. Appreciate you too. And I wish you nothing but many blessings and success for 2026 and beyond. And thank you so much for coming through, boss. Appreciate you. But now that we got that broken down, also now we know the game plan to Apple. So we know that the main thing that we want to do at this particular point in time is we want to stay in like somewhat of this range here. We know that we got to take out that 78, 80. But as of now, we want to try to maintain this range here. We want to hold at least around 76. We don't want to fall back underneath. Because like I said, when you fall back underneath 76, it benefits the bears. See that? Because bears will utilize that. You can see that clearly. 76, pullback. 76, pullback. 76, pullback. But when you're on top of it, see that? 76 bounce, 76 bounce, 76 bounce, 76 bounce. So it's kind of like we can put it like this. We can utilize 276 for a pivot, because it can work in both ways. So in other words, above 76, you have room to run up towards these price points here. Below 76, we know we have room to fall back down towards this price point here. So in other words, I already had it marked yellow, so I already had that as a pivot point. Yeah, I mean, because, from a big-ass channel standpoint, yeah, because your very bottoms is all the way back down this way, your very tops is all the way up here, and your pivot, I already had that set up, so I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. So I already had this as a pivot point, so, excuse me. So, all right, so, yeah, 76 is going to be pivot, guys. So, let me bring it down here. So, yeah, that's your pivot. 76 is pivot, point blank. 76 is pivot. So, above it, benefits the bulls. Below it, benefits the bears. In other words, you can clearly see that. Underneath 76, benefits the bears. Underneath it, benefits the bears. Above it, benefits the bulls. Above it, benefits the bulls. You can clearly see that right across the board on how important 276 is to Apple on both sides of the fence. Because we see what sellers are trying to do. We can clearly see, and that's off of my 12-hour time frame, that sellers are literally trying to push buyers right back underneath 276. So we need buyers to uphold 276. Because we want to stay in a range of 276, 278. So again, that is going to be a pivot point, and we know how beneficial 276 is to both sides of the parties. Again, underneath benefits the sellers, above it benefits the buyers. So in other words, for the first half of the market, because you got to remember, these are 12-hour candles, they close out at 1 o'clock. So that means, in other words, we want to get this candle to successfully close on top of 276. So in other words, from what time it is right now, 10 o'clock to 1, we need buyers to do the best that they can to stay above 276. Because we want to stay in a range of 276, 278. So also, you got that, Queen? So from 10 to 1, we want buyers to uphold 276. Because that's going to help even going into next week. Because you got to remember, today is Friday, last trade day of the week. So we want to at least give next week a fighting chance to, again, trap as many sellers as possible going into next week. So we want to see, Monday, Tuesday, whatever the case may be, we want to see pullback failure, pullback failure, pullback failure, almost kind of like what we had here. Pullback failure, pullback failure, pullback failure, pullback failure, where we trapped majority of sellers and got that move back up to the upside. Same thing here, where we had a massive bear trap. Pullback failure, pullback failure, pullback failure, pullback failure, trapping all the sellers, and then look what happened. Buyers came in, 276, from 276 up to 286, which put us in a what? $10 run. So, now you can clearly see that. So, we need to uphold 276 throughout the rest of the day. We don't want to fall back underneath 276. We want to uphold that. So, now y'all know the game plan for Apple. Okay, well, what else, guys? What else? So now that we done broke it down for Apple, we know what we need to do. What else did we have? Yeah, I already know I'm gonna have some Tesla traders already on the board. Tesla traders, you already fell right back underneath the 455 that we talked about already. So as far as Tesla, what I had set up, I did have an uptrend range, a channel. We were holding the bottom of the trend line. Again, we already followed right back underneath 455. If you lose 455, I'll put it like this. I'm gonna tell you right now, sellers, shorts. If you can successfully crack Tesla underneath 450, not only are you cracking that trend line, you'll be cracking from 450 with possible room to fall back down to the 445s, down to the 440s, where you'll possibly pull back down to these bottoms right around here. So that'll put you in this old range here. See that? From 455 down to the, I want to say 435. Let me round it off. Let me see if it's gonna line up with it perfectly. Because you gotta keep in mind, Tesla likes to move by $5 increments. Yeah, that'd be right. So that'd be what, damn near a $20 drop. So from 455 down to 435, yeah, that'd be $20. So from 455, because I mean, look what happened last time you was in this range. So we go back right here. Let's kind of highlight this little old range here that we had before. See that? Last time when you got rejected underneath 455, where did you fall? 435, right? And then from 435, you ran back up towards 455. So you went on a $20 drop and a $20 move right back on up. So that means is you're already underneath 455. If sellers can successfully crack underneath 450, you already know 9 times out of 10, guys, where we're going. So from 445, 440, possibly down to 450, 435. That's gonna put you back in this old range here. So now you got that, guys, for Tesla. All right, cool. So buyers, if you want to reverse, what price point what we need to get back on top of? If we wanted to reverse, what price point do we need to get back on top of, chat? If we wanted to go back to the upside on Tesla, and what price point would that be? What is it, chat? I'm waiting. We broke down Tesla already, so y'all should know this by now. If we want to see a successful reversal on Tesla, what price point do we need to get back on top of? What price point is that, chat? For Tesla. Aussie, Lone Wolf, I know y'all know it. I'm just waiting on somebody to answer. Chat, anybody. For Tesla, if we want a successful reversal back up to the upside, what is one of the main price points that we need to get back above? What is it? What price point is that? Because again, it's not to be funny. I want to help everybody out because I want everybody to have that level and that confidence, of knowing how to execute. Y'all give up 455, guys. 455. If we wanted a nice reversal, but notice you fell underneath 455, and as I told you, 455 down to what? 450. You already got a $5 pullback. So from 455, from 450, what's gonna be your next possible level that you're gonna fall back down to? 445. So we take a duplicate here, place it around 445. Let's see. All right, let me go ahead and place that. Ah, dang it! You want to keep doing this? 445. About right there. See that? Look where you bounced there last time. Where did you hold? 445, right? 445. So we pull back down. Where do you think we're going to? 445, right? Bam. From 445, 440, down to these lows of what? 435. And then look at this. You went from buyers to now sellers. I mean, look at this. Look at the transition. You ran up as high as 500. From 500, you're getting that nice rejection right back down to the downside. Oh, and not just that. But guys, you see how I broke this down? You see how easy it is to read this? Up a shadow, you got a huge engulfing red candle pulling underneath from 460, 455, 445. But you notice how it's moving in $5 increments? So, all right, we got Tesla out the way. That's done. All right. Ooh, woo, jeez Louise. Jeez Louise. And what did I tell y'all? What was on my Patreon with Spy? What was on my Patreon that I told y'all? Was I lying to y'all? Y'all could have told me it was dropping after I'm breaking all this stuff down. Y'all could have told me, oh man, Jay, Spy falling. Y'all don't say nothing. Y'all cold-blooded. Y'all cold as ice. But anyway, what did I say as far as the shorts? What do we need to crack? See that? See how I drew everything out? Uptrend. I drew everything down. I drew all the levels. See that? 84, 83, pulling you right back down to these possible lows. Remember? All right, let me go back. What did I say? For shorts, you need to crack what? 684, 683, 32. Targeted levels, areas are going to be around 681, 50 down to 680. So we go back. Where we at right now? 684, right? Not too far from where? 680, 683, 32. How did I figure this out? If we go back, let's go to the 1 hour time frame, right? Go back to the 1 hour. All right. 1 hour. See this old little area here? Bam. That was 684. And this old key level, back a little bit. See right here, you got this old area down here. We had this bounce. Remember, turns resistance to support. That's going to be around 681. Right, and no. This is all good, boss. No. Did you catch a trade loan? Tell me you caught it, babe. Tell me you caught it. How did I come up with 683.32? Again, based off the past. What did we bounce over? What did we have a strong bounce at? What did we have a strong red to green move? Look right here. Look at your lows. Look at your lows. That was Monday. That was last Monday. And look what we're coming back down to. Look. Pulling it like a magnet. See that? See this old key area? We already cracked 84, right? What was the next level I talked? What was the next level? Look, 83, right? Man, come on, man. You can't make this up. Tesla. 45. And ain't we pulling, look, guys, Aussie, long. Ain't we pulling back down to this old low like a magnet? We got rejected. Look how I got my line set up. Got rejected perfectly at my lines. 686.75, right? Pre-market. Down to where? Damn near what? 683.32. Why? Look at these lows. Because I did my homework to understand the possible levels. Look what we possibly pulling back down to. Look right here. Old low areas. Monday. Around 683.32. Damn near 683.32. What price point did I put on my Patreon? I'll go to it again. I'll make y'all sick. Because how many times I alert y'all, and a lot of people don't pay attention to the things that I say. They call me crazy. I don't know what I'm talking about. But I put out alerts to help out as many people as I can. And I do it for free. And I'm going to still do it. Because I love you guys to death, man. I want to see everybody win for 2026. Because if I can do it, you guys can do it. So, all right, let's go back. What area did I call out? Shorts on SPY, right? Had the same exact areas that I screenshot. Crack shorts. We need to crack what? 684 down to what price point do you see right here, guys? 683.32. We cracked that 683.32. Is aiming for those possible targeted areas of what? 681.50 down to 680 itself. And I'm gonna also blow y'all mind with something else too. So look, what are we putting back down to like a magnet? What price point was that? 683.32. How ironic. Old lows, right? So what else? What else was I alerting? All right, Lone Wolf, Aussie, on SPY. What else was I alerting? What was something I kept going over? I kept repeating over and over and over and over and over. And I told people to look out for. Look at what I told y'all. Tesla. I'm gonna pull 45. I'm gonna see it's gonna hit the target that I called out again. All right, 45, right? 445 below. I'm gonna put my alerts. All right. We're almost to 45. I told y'all 45 to 40 because it moves by $5 increments. All right, let's see. SPY. Look at this. How ironic you put them back down to these lows. Ain't that some sexy shit? Right where my line is at. Look at that. Boy, come on, man. But you gotta love what you do, guys. You gotta love it, man. You gotta love, you gotta enjoy it. And look at that. Look how perfect that is. Man, you can't make this up. And also, 5-year chart. What did we also talk about? Excuse me, guys. Still got a little cold. I'm sorry. Still a little bit under the weather. All right, let's go back a little bit. 5-year chart. What did we talk about? Remember that trend line we've been talking about for weeks and weeks and weeks? That we talked about over and over and over and over again. Look at this. Still hitting that trend line again. Look at this. Still hitting it. We've been talking about this for the longest. That red trend line. I mean, I'll move all these price points. I mean, all these little. I'll put this later. I'll put this back later. And we'll just focus on the trend line. I'm going to take all this off because, I'll put my lines back later. But look at that trend line. Still holding up. That red trend line. You remember what I told you guys? When was the last time we hit that red trend line? It was in 2021, crossing over to 2022, where we got rejected. Really, really tough underneath 480. And then you had that market sell-off, right? You had that market sell-off right underneath 480. It wasn't until towards the end of the year when we wound up recovering, going from 2022 to 2023, we created a what? Cup and handle pattern from 460 to 480. Trust me, I remember these numbers specifically because I trust me. I was looking at this, I was playing this. That's why I made majority of my money. Watch. Was I lying? 460. Told you. So 480, 460. We wind up going to 460. Got a nice little pullback, breaking 460 up to 480, the main breakout level. And Tesla 45. Told you. Tesla. Bam. Man, y'all welcome. Y'all welcome. Man, get out of here. Get out of here, man. Get out of here. Get out of here. Man, gone. Look at this. Tesla, bam, SPY, bam, man, gone. I called it. Man, shot blown. Let's go, baby. I told y'all we can pull down to on Tesla. I told you that bad boy moves by $5 increments, guys. I told you. I literally broke down everything on Tesla. On what we can pull down to. Man, Lone Wolf got it. Shout out to Lone Wolf. You listen. Make that money, baby. Make that money. They don't want to hear us. They don't want to hear us. Let me go to Tesla real quick. What did we just break down on Tesla? What we gonna pull down to? And I just set my alert. 180. 180, baby. Where's my 180 at? Bam. Crack. Trend line. Crack. 450. I told you. You crack that, you got room to fall down to what? 445. Man, let's go, man. Long, they don't know. They don't know. I told you guys, last time you fell underneath 455, look at the range. 455, 435. Long, boss, tell me you banked on it. I got y'all down to 45, baby. Look at this. 45. From 455 down to 445. Already $10. Bam. Even though I know we went up as high as 460s, but intraday I think we started around 455 or something like that. But from 455 level, I told you guys what was gonna be next. From 455 to 450. I told you. I said it looks very bearish. I said, look at the setup. You're going from from bullish to bearish. I said, look at this setup, guys. I said, look like we're going to fall back in this old range. And I told you, Tesla likes to move by $5 increments. I said, okay, if we're going short, I said, this is what you need. You already cracked underneath 455. Your next level on down is going to be 450. You crack 450 because you're not only going to be, what I said right here not too long ago. I said, you crack 450, you're going to be also cracking that trend line. Again, going from the bullish side of things to now the bearish side of things. From 450, what's going to be next? 445. Come on, man. Long, they don't know. They don't know. Now, from 445, watch this key level here. Watch the C, because now you're in a range of 445, 450. So, if sellers can successfully crack 445, which you think is going to be next? 440. From 440, you're going back down to what? These low key. Guys, look right here. And I just broke it down to y'all before it even happened. Look at the range. From 455, 435. $20 down, $20 right back on up. Look at the range. Look what we fell back down into. 455, down to 445. And if we crack 445, what's going to be your next possible key level where sellers going down to? Because they want to do what? Take out these bottoms, which is going to be around 435. Because they can't get to the rest of the bottoms until they take that level out. You got to think about it. It's a rotation game, guys. It's a rotation game. So that means that in order for us to get down to the 20s, 25s, 20s, what's in our way right now? 435. Because every time we come around 435, who steps in? Buyer step in. Right around 435 and go for the push back to the upside. So you do have room to fall down to it to test it. But again, that's going to be the thing that's going to be in your way. If we can take out 435, then we know that we got room to fall right back into the what? The 20s. Man, that's crazy, man. I mean, SPY we talked about. And look what SPY bounced at. 681.54. Come on, man. 681.54. Was that one of the levels that I called out to on my Patreon? Look where we at. Look where we bounced. 681.54, right? All right, let me go back. Was that not one of the areas or one of the target areas I just called out? Let's see. Oops. Down here. 481.50, right? Look at that. You bounced all the way down towards what? This 481.54 level. Look at that. Right down towards these bottoms. Bam. You went from the 86 all the way down to the 81.54s. Man, if that wasn't a perfect call, bro, that's insane. That's insane. That's insane. I mean, look at that beautiful sell-off. Back down to these lows. You cracked this you cracked this low here, which is around the 83.32 we talked about, and then from that level you came down to these lows. And not just that, Longwood, Aussie, what pattern is that? What pattern is that, ladies and gentlemen, that I called out to? What was that pattern? Long, Aussie, let them know. What pattern was that I called out this morning on SPY? What pattern was that? What pattern was that, guys, that I called out? I told you, remember I was telling you guys to pay close attention to your patterns? What pattern was that? Chat, what it is? What is it? Oh, I got it. Oh, no, right here. Look, Long, you can see it for yourself too, boss, look. Inverted cup, baby. Look, bam. Inverted cup, bam. Handle, bam. Back down to the same exact area around that 681.50. There go you guys cup and handle. Inverted. Didn't I not say that this morning? Didn't I not call that out this morning, guys? Inverted cup and handle pattern. Gotta love those patterns, baby. Gotta love them. Inverted cup, handle, bam. Aussie. We call this to a T. Cup, handle, bam. Back down to the same base point. 681.50. Man, come on. Shout out to my puts, baby. Shout out to the puts. We called it. We call these bottoms. Come on, man. We call these bottoms. And to make things even worse, I know right now, 9 times out of 10, I'll be careful until we crack. And I'm going to tell you why. You remember, what was old support, what was an old strong resistance could possibly be utilized for support. As long as we stay above that, you got to keep that in mind. Until we could crack underneath the 681.50 level, you got to keep this in mind. This could be a demand zone where buyers can be sitting at. You can see right now, you see a little bit of buying pressure right around 681.54. Why did I have my line already set there in motion? Based off of what? The past. What was old resistance? 681.54. Rejected. Now, again, we broke out of it. Now go across the board. Where are your buyers now trying to utilize? 681.54, because now you're on top of it. So, bam. If we can successfully crack, then what'll be our possible next key levels? Look right here. Look at your old range. Look at the old range back here. When you were underneath 81.54, look how low you went. You went down as low as 74s, down to the 70s. Then you got that bounce back on up, which you held back on top of 74, then back to the upside. But notice that range. Notice the range underneath that 81.54. Look at all that potential you have to still fall back down to. Look at this old range back here once you fall back underneath. So right now, you can see sellers are trying to go for it. Sellers are hungry, trying to go for that crack. But watch that 81.54. Again, even if you missed it toward the downside, wait for that confirmation. If you didn't catch it from these tops to these bottoms, don't chase. Understand the psychology, guys. Understand where your buyers are sitting at. Understand where your sellers are sitting at. So if you're going for a put, again, be mindful that this level is still holding at this moment. Wait until we get a successful crack underneath, because again, if we can fall back underneath that 81.54, we'll be turning that bad boy right back into resistance, and we know how powerful that area can be, and we know how beneficial that area can be, because look what happened when you were underneath 81.54. Sellers came in, right? All right. So we know that we got to get that crack. We know sellers are hungry, trying to go for that crack. You already did feel the inverted cup and handle pattern. That's done. That's out of the way. That's filled. So we got to see, okay, what's going to be the next setup coming? As we, closing out for Friday, going into Monday. Could we maintain 681.50 going into next week? Or will we crack underneath 681.50 going into next week and get that continuation sell-off? So that's the $1 million question. Right now, we got buyers trying to uphold this trend line. You clearly see what it's doing. After we got that pull back down towards 81.54, which buyers try to utilize to get that bounce right back on up. And notice my trend line. Where buyers are trying to hold. You got lower shadow, and the body of the candle is trying to maintain that trend line, which is why I'm saying don't chase a put at this moment at a possible strong demand zone. So be careful with that. Not until you get back towards some old highs. Some old possible highs where we can set up a bull trap. But, trying to go for a put down here, that's a hell no. Don't ever do that. But, Aussie, Longwood, by even breaking this down, now you're starting to see the psychology behind it, right? Even if you wasn't trading it, you seeing the psychology behind it, correct? On how I make trading easy for me. Now you see it, huh? Yeah. Well, like I said, based off of this level here that we had before, Steve, right here, boss. See, this is the old range that I just brought up, right here. Right here. Oops, not Windows. I'm going to the wrong thing. I'm tripping. Yeah, but notice when we went underneath that 81.54, right? Look at the rotation. Look at the rotation. Bottoms, back up to 81.54. See that? And then you got that uptrend holding. See that? But you see the bottom levels? You got this level here, 74. And then you got this bottom level here, which is around 70. So you can see that massive drop that we had when we went underneath it. See that? We went underneath that price point. Look how them sellers came in aggressive. Right here, they brought it down. Like I said, you got that pullback down to 74. Then from 74, you went down towards the 70s. Then you got that rebound back on up above 74. And then they reclaimed 81.54. And they got that push. So these will be your next possible low-key levels. Once we break out up, we break down. We fall back underneath. You got all these low-key areas back down this way. But right now, I'll be careful. Because, again, buyers can now utilize that price point. Look how strong. Look at upper shadow. Lower shadow. See those buyers stepping in? Because they utilize at what price point? 681.54. So right now, buyers have control because they have a demand zone right here. That's what I'm saying. Don't chase the short on this until we can crack underneath that. But right now, do not chase on the put side at those bottoms. Do not do that. Look at this. Look at that buying look at the buying power coming in off of those low areas. See that? 81.54. Look at the buyers. Look at the buyers. Right back to the upside. So be very careful chasing these bottoms. Not until we crack it. That's how to avoid it. If you would have got at these tops, you could have rolled it all the way down because you already closed out the inverted cup and handle. So from the 86s all the way down to 81s, that was damn near a $4 or $5 drop. You got that. But now that's done. Oh man, what's up, boss? So just be careful. Just be careful chasing. Chasing these bottoms. Not until we crack that. Because right now, buyers have control of it as long as we stay on top of it. So I would not go for puts here. Hell to the no. I would go for other key areas up to the top. Yeah, but chasing, puts down here, don't do that. You'll go right into a big, massive bear trap. Until we get cracked underneath that, do not chase that. Do not chase on the downside right now. Not until we close underneath it. Yeah, so be very careful. But we did complete the inverted cup and handle pattern though. We did complete that. That's done. So that's already formed. Now your buyers are stepping in now, trying to hold it. So just be very careful. Be very, very, very careful. Hey Jay, Longwood, y'all saw the little breakdown I did on what we're gonna be having start next week. I'll go back to it if y'all didn't see it. So once we get the live stream up and running at 9:15, before we go into the charts, we'll go over breakdowns like this, guys. So we'll have this set up. So this will be set up. So what I'll do is I'll take the news from CNBC, whatever, the latest news to give us a breakdown point of what they're saying for in the morning. So this is from this morning. So I posted the header, then I posted the inside talking points. And I designed like a little newspaper to have fun with it. I didn't want to be boring. So I designed it like a little newspaper where you got the header and then, the description underneath. And then after that, after we talk about the news, we'll go into SPY's talking points, the recaps from the highs, the lows, the opens, the close, the volume, kind of getting a feel of, what to expect going into the next day. From that, then we'll go into the talking point of the economic calendars, okay, what is coming out today? Where we have, jobless claims or whatever. So what I'll do is I'll highlight it and I'll post it out and I'll post the times. But other than that, that's what we're gonna have every morning from this point on. News, SPY, earnings, and so forth. So yeah, that's what we have before we start talking about the charts. And once that's done, we'll do away with that. Focus on the chart setup. Bam, bam, bam. So. Man, appreciate you, boss. Yeah, because I wanted to do something new. Because I know half the time when I would jump onto my live, we'll go right into the charts. But I'm like, if I'm coming on at 9:15, we have enough room, to where we can talk about different things. Like I said, from 9:15 to like damn near 9:25, I mean, it shouldn't take us that long to talk about news, to talk about, SPY recaps, to talk about economics, and also talk about, earnings whenever they come out, stuff like that. So, but I got everything set up in motion for you guys though. But we'll do this starting Monday. This is what we're gonna be doing. This is what this is what to expect. We're gonna go over news talking points, earnings, economics, and so forth. So if y'all like this, we'll keep it rocking and rolling. So I got y'all. So boom. But shout out to my puts though. Woo! That was beautiful. God, that was beautiful. That was beautiful. Especially Tesla. That was beautiful. All the way down to 45. Bam. From jeez, from 460s. Damn, so from 460 to 450 was 10. And down to 45, that was damn near 15. So that was $15 drop already. Then Apple already dumped from 278s all the way back down to these bottoms, right around the 272s to 271 level here. So already went up and then right back on down. So that showed weakness. That's crazy, man. But we call these bad boys out. And don't forget, guys, the small account challenge will be starting Monday. I will be starting Monday. Because I was trying to do a little trade today, a little small scale, but it didn't pick up my orders. I was trying to, excuse me. I was trying to do CRWV, but they didn't grab my damn orders. But let me see how it's looking right now. Is it still moving up? Right toward the 78 that we talked. 78s, and it still ain't. It didn't grab my orders. Suck. It's all good. I ain't want to chase, man. It already didn't. I hate the ones that got those spreads. It's like it can never catch my damn. Man, it missed my. I don't know how many times it missed my orders. Let me see if I can find another one. Cause I don't want to chase. I mean, I like getting around areas, for a pullback bounce. Y'all know me. I do not like to chase. But if I could go for a quick scalp, I would. But man, it just sucked that it just ain't catch none of my orders though before, man. I feel like I'm chasing now. I mean, could I go for it? Let me see. Let me see if we're gonna grab my order real quick. I'm gonna try it. God, I feel like I'm gambling right now. See, still like grabbing it. See, that's what I'm saying. I feel like I'm chasing right now. Overextended. I mean, I feel like I'm chasing at this point. I don't wanna. Yeah, I just gave up, man. It just didn't want to grab my orders. It's all good. It's all good. I tried it again just now. It still ain't grabbing. That's the only thing sometimes is a pain in the ass we deal with those spreads. Is that sometimes you get them, sometimes you don't. And when you get them, it's beautiful. Trust me. Cause boy. Cause I mean that's how I made $2,000 last time. I was trading CRWV and I was trading in between those spreads. Oh, I was killing it. I'm gonna try to do it again. I was trying today, but again, it ain't grabbed my dang orders. It never came down to them. Right around that 75, 76. I was trying it, but it just, again, I couldn't get sellers to come down to it because the damn spreads were so big. Watch. I mean, I'll show y'all one for example. Like I was gonna play like in the low areas, and then I was gonna go in like with a crap load of. So okay. See, before it was like, well, I forgot how the spread was before. I think the bias was like, yeah, almost like around with 7 cents or something like that. And I was trying to go in with like at least 5 to 10 contracts. Cause like I said, small little moves, I can easily do that. Cause I like to kind of play like 10 cents within like these bad boys. Like, say for instance, if I go in with 1,000 shares, let's just say for example, like 5 to 15, 10 cents, that's $100. So, but I was trying to get in, but every time I try to get in, the damn buyers, like, if I try to get above the buyers, they'll, like, I'm gonna try to see if I can do it to break it down, but I don't want to do it now because I'm kind of, I feel like I'm chasing. Because I can see that red candle. Because I can definitely see that. Because I want to leave a bad example. Because I want to do it to demonstrate. But, let me see. Like, okay, like a spread like this on what I was doing before, like I'll get above the buyers, right? I get in above because I'll have to wait for a seller to come down. You see how sometimes I get it, sometimes I don't. Sometimes I'll get like one lucky seller to come down, take it, and then go right back up. And that's what I was doing before. And I just kept doing rinse and repeat. I would do that. I would go in like with good 4 or 5 shares. 4 or 5 contracts. And I was just doing that over and over. Especially once I was on the right side of momentum. Like I was on an uptrend. I would wait for pullback bouncing opportunities. Something like here. So I would wait for after this consecutive movement. That's something I don't chase. I don't chase the consecutive movements. I wait for pullbacks. We would start to see some red candles, consolidation, get to certain areas like this, and then go for it. But I don't chase this. Hell to the no. I do not chase those consecutive candles. I wait for pullbacks, get into a certain area, and then go for the next leg up, which is what I was trying to do, but it didn't grab my orders. And you can kind of see what it did right here, because I just went in for an order, and see now they want to move up. See what I mean? They just see they move all over the damn place. That's the whole thing that get on my nerves. Like, okay, if I buy this right here and I get in, I will usually get above them. They'll take my see how I jump above? See what I mean? See what I mean? That crap. See how they jumped right on top of me? And just ignore me completely. Jumped right on top of me and then went up. Prime damn example. Sometimes it's a pain in my ass sometimes it does that. It be like I said, it's beneficial. When it works for me, it works for me. But sometimes I gotta deal with that sometimes, from time to time. It happens. But that's how, like I said, that's how I made $2,000 last time. I was just playing the spreads. Once I understood the direction of what it was doing, like if CRWV was on an uptrend, I knew the bulls were in control. I was going for call contracts. If I knew that we are like it was bearish, then I go for put contracts. And that's just how I was doing it. I was just going with the momentum. I was scalping in and out. So I wasn't holding it. I was just, like I said, I would make like damn near almost 10 cents a move. I'll close that contract out, then I'll do another one. 10 cents a move, close that contract out. So my goal, I was making when I was doing the first small account challenge, I was doing like about $50 to $100 a day, something like that. So I'm gonna break down what I was using too, something I designed, and again to help you guys as well. So this is because I wanted to make sure it worked. So let me go to it real quick. The profit management. We talked about this last week. So this is what I was using to even help me out. I mean, I was just testing it just to see if it works. And it did. So I started off with level 1, right? So like I said, all you do is focus on your daily, right? You're making $50 a day. Everything else will fall in place. So it's not about focusing on weekly, bi-weekly, monthly. No. Focus on your daily, which is why I have it here. Right here, just to show you. $50 daily trading level. That means focus on your daily. So that means is once you lock out that quota each day, everything else lines up in place. So I was making 50 to 100. Then I grew my account big enough to go into level 2. Then I was focusing on making $100 a day. So everything else was falling behind it. And then after that, I was up towards making $250 a trade. So or a day. And that's what I did. All I did was just take the profit management and focus on my quotas, focus on my daily quotas, and I just stayed doing that. And I was just doing it and I was honestly doing it through scalping. That's really what I was doing. I wasn't holding it long. Like, if I had to take maybe 2 or 3 trades to get up to that quota, I was cool with it. Whether I was doing, I made $20 on one trade and $20 on another trade, and then, so forth. But once my goal was to hit my quota. That was it. Lock that down. I got that out of the way. And then next day, hit that quota, lock it down. That was all I was doing. That's really all I was doing. I had certain set quotas in my head that I was trying to hit. I first started off again with level 1, making $50 a day. And then once my account grew, then I was able to start making $100, a day. Then I went up to $200 and so forth. And my account just kept growing. But I stayed with this profit management. I stayed, stuck to that. And it worked out a lot. It definitely worked a lot. So, and that's what we're going to be doing as far as the small account challenge. So, I'm going to be starting off with level 1, going, making my little $50 quotas. And as my account grows, I'm going to, go into break down to the different levels. So, from $50 quotas, $100 quotas, $200 quotas, and so forth. So, I was just trying to sharpen my tool. I was trying to practice, but like I said, I couldn't get my orders filled. I was trying to practice with CRWV, but it just would not get my damn orders. It's like, man, I was trying. I tried it. Oh, let me go to a 5 minute time frame on SPY. I apologize. I know I got on out. I do apologize about that. Alright. Go back to the 5 minute. 5 minute. Alright. So we got rejected at 686 still. At 687. They got this move back on down. Now buyers are trying to get back on top of the 684. So let me see. And look at that. Still pushing. Oh, now look where it's at now. Man, it's because the level I see that we can push up to is gonna be around 680. I'm talking about CLWV. It's gonna be around I see as high as 689ish. Oh, where we at right now? Oh damn, we already about to hit it. Ah! Let me see. Damn it, I was trying to do it. So okay, now I'm gonna tell you the ones that for me personally, I'm gonna tell you the ones that I'm gonna look at. As far as my small account challenge, I'm gonna tell you the ones that I'm gonna be focused on personally. Tesla, which I'm gonna use TSLL, SPY of course, and CRWP. So those, and you can see right here, I got them all three lined up already. So those are, and also I got my watch list. So this, and I also created a personal watch list right here. So, and what I did was I put my personal stocks that I'm gonna be focused on right here, made my own list, CRWP, Tesla, IWM, SPY. So I'll keep that on watch, keep that on focus, because that's gonna be my focus points. So at least you know what I'm gonna be trading or what I'm gonna be looking at. So, like I said, when it comes down to Tesla, what's up to Tommy? What's up, boss? Man, Tommy, please tell me you caught. Please tell me you caught Tesla. I called it. I called SPY. I caught Tesla. Called it out from tops to bottoms, boss. Look, and I'll show you my proof. I called it. Boss, I called everything down to a science. I went over Tesla first. For everybody who was willing to jump in. I told them what they needed to look out for. So I broke it down from, let me go to my 180, and I got my lines to prove it. No, man. No, I mean I'm just used to oh god. Nah, but I'm just used to pattern. You know me, I'm a pattern trader. You know me, I stick to my patterns. Trend is your friend, and I'm gonna tell you what caught my eye on spot. But Tesla, I told everybody, I said, guys, look at the candles. You went from bullish to bearish. I said, look at the candle transition. You went from having a majority of green candles now to a majority of red candles. I said, this is looking like more of a downtrend. I said, when we first started, I said, watch 460 down to 455. And I said, watch this trend line. I said, now in order for us to crack the trend line, we need to crack 450. I said, from 450, you got room to fall back down to the 445, which you can see my line right here. I said 445. And then from that level, I said we can fall back down to 435. And I said the reason why I think that we can fall back down to 435, because that was the old range that we were in before. Because when you got rejected at 455, you came down as low as 435. So you went from a $20 drop, then a $20 pop. So right now we're falling right back in this old range again, 455. The possible room to fall back down to 435. So once those sellers crack 445, you got a nice room to fall back down $10 more. So call that one out. SPY. Well, I mean, you could put. Let me see. Where those lows at? That'll be around 40. I got 40 itself, based off these lows I see right here. But the true bottoms is right in this little area right here, boss. See, we had this rejection right here at 455 down to 435, where you got the bounce. You see that red to green, 435, then back up to 455. See the range? The range before the breakout. So all we're doing now is follow. Ooh. You know what else I do see, Tommy? Hold up. I see something else too. Hold on. I just noticed something. Wait a minute. Hold up. Do I see a possible head and shoulders? Ooh. Then you back underneath 455. If they go run back up and get rejected. Ooh. Possibility. Huh. I just noticed that. I see a shoulder right here, right underneath 455. Now that we fell back underneath it, you got shoulder, head, and shoulder. That looked like a head and shoulders pattern. Because you really started from these bottoms all the way down 390. Then rotated all the way up towards 500. And then look what's happening. You're going from bullish to bearish. It's like you're going up the mountain, back down the mountain. So let's see what will be the next possible key areas. Because you already got this level here that we can pull back down to, which is 435. We can clearly see that. That'd be area number 1. Then you got area number 2, which is going to be around this 422-ish area. You can see right here when you bounce numerous times. No, I'm going to have to look at it, boss. I didn't see it. I didn't even see it. I'm going to have to take a look at it. So these will be the next key levels down. So if we crack 445, I do see 435, your old range here. And then from that level, you got this old level here. It's going to be around 422-ish. So, I mean, oh, I know something else we can do too. To confirm that. Let me flip that chart upside down. Hold up. Let me see if we can confirm that atomic. Let me flip it upside down, boss. From a put standpoint. Ooh! Ooh! Look at this. I flipped the chart upside down. Let's see how we look at it on a put side. So, damn. So, yeah. So, that means that we keep falling from a put standpoint going up. That indicator is all the way up towards, what is that? 430. Because I flipped my chart upside down to look at it from a put standpoint or a short standpoint. Because right now, you got calls going down while puts are going up. And then look at all these levels here. 436. 422, the level we just talked about. Because, I mean, look at this. I mean, look like that bad boy is trying to set up for a downtrend breakout for the puts. But then we go back towards the normal way. Calls are falling. Puts are going up. So, look. If I flip it, see that? Oh, look how much room you got to fall back down. So, look how much opportunity you have on the put side. So, that means we need to break, what, this level here? Or crack this level? So we crack that level, that's going to be around 435, 436. So that look like on the put side, you making it almost like a, ooh. So it look like puts can actually be benefiting versus calls. I mean, look on the put side, atomic, flip your chart upside down, boss. I mean, the puts look way more beneficial. And then if you do an indicator gap fill, up here, which that means you're falling, that's gonna put you around 420, almost 425-ish. I mean, but you see it though, right? I mean, no, Atomic, you see it from a put standpoint, right? Flip your chart upside down. Like, we know what it's doing on the upright side, right? We're going down, we're trending down. But flip your chart upside down from a put standpoint. And I mean, look at the setup from the put side. You know, basically as long as we fall, we know, puts go up as long as we keep falling. But I mean, look at this pattern setup on the put side versus the call side. I mean, your puts is starting to ramp up, and then the calls are starting to go down. Look, if I go back to the normal side, look at this. See? Calls are going down. That look like a head and shoulders pattern for sure. Because that look like you're losing all your gains that you had before. I mean, all you're doing is losing gains. Because look like all the bears are doing is just taking out all the gains the buyers have collected on towards the upside. So that means if we crack 445, the next key level on down, guys, is going to be around 435. And also, I do see somewhat of a head and shoulders pattern. I mean, it looks bearish. Because, I mean, if we was to go for a gap fill toward the downside, that's all the way back down towards 430. If we go from these indicators, the 9, the 20, and the 50, go from these indicators all the way down to the strong 200, look how much room you had to come down to. That's going to be around 430. And that's going to put you back down to these bottoms, possibly even these bottoms. With that bad boy, going to have a nice sell-off. Damn. And look, we still crack. I told you, Atomic, I told you. Look, we're cracking 45. Coming back down to them bottoms. Look at this candle. 45. So we only got about, what, how much left? Oh, so boss, it's still dropping. That little head and shoulders pattern is still working. Damn. Okay. Let me make it. I'll look at it right now. I got you. Let me do it right now. All right, and PLTR. All right, take a look at you. Oh, good Lord have mercy. Do I have a 180 on this one? I definitely do. Yeah, okay, yeah. Yep. I see it. I see exactly what you're talking about. Okay, so these bottoms on PLTR, that means that's around what, 170? Because we already, okay, we testing this little area here first, and then you got these lows down here. So duplicate copy, because you do have these bottoms right about here. That's gonna be around right where we at. That's gonna be around 672s. So based off of these bottoms right here, right where we coming down to, we could. Oh yeah. Because, yep, I see it. Because that used to hold up a strong resistance at one point, and then you got that nice sell off. So now we're on top of it, about to retest it. Okay, I see it now. Okay. So yeah, that's around that one. So what was this? What we got stuffed at? 172.50. 172.50. Okay. 172.50 on that bad boy. So we still got a little bit of room to come down to. Excuse me, 172.50. So I do see that. Yep, based off these bottoms. So yep, 172.50 is right where we at, right where we're coming down to. And then from 172.50 down to this one. But let's see if those buys gonna hold. Let's see, can they hold? But if you crack. Okay, I got you, boss. I got it. Yeah, 5 minutes. I got you. But what I'm saying is, but and I'm about to look at it. But notice even on the 12, right? Look at your psychological levels, boss. Look at your psychological levels. Look where your bias came in repeatedly. Look, red to green. That was around 72.50. And look what we coming back down to, boss. 72.50. So that may be a rinse and repeat. If they can hold it, let me see. For the second half of the market, they may try to utilize that same key area. Right here. And look where we at. You see it? Okay, got you. Appreciate you, boss. Yeah. So that looked like, I mean, because that's what your rinse and repeat happened at on PLTR, which was 72.50, 72.50. And right now we're pulling all the way back down towards 72.50 again. So they may sell out or do all they selling at the first half of the market, and they may try to utilize the second half to push back up. But we're gonna see on how crucial that 72.50 level is gonna be to see on what's gonna happen. Because right now where we at? 72.70. I'm about to look at the 5-minute time frame too. Because we're coming right back to this. Let me highlight it. I'm putting in green for right now. As long as we stay on top of it, I'll put it in green. It's possible a little key area where they didn't bounce that before. So I'm gonna keep that on watch, and then you got these lows back down here. So 72.50 gonna be. Ooh, are we already cracking it? Are we testing it right now? 72.50. So right now we testing right now 72.50. All right, let me look at the 5. So I'm gonna put. Ain't the point of putting no alert because we're already testing it. And what time it is right now? 11 o'clock. All right, let me look at the 5. All right. Ooh, but what I told you on Tesla though. What we could possibly fall back down to 40. Oh, what was you trading? PLTR or Tesla? I mean, this was just clearly I mean, you could clearly see what this was doing. I mean, you can clearly see this. Boss, I called it. I told you the levels it was coming down to. I told everybody. Boss, I told everybody. I told everybody. I said once we lose 455, you're gonna pull down to 450. From 450, you're going to go down to 445. From 445, you got room to come down to 440. From 440, you pull back down because, but look, Atomic, pay close attention. Look, right here. Pay close attention to this range. Look, you rotated from what price points? 435, 455, 455, 435. No, and I get that 102%. But I was telling everybody, now falling back in this old range, look right here. You fell back underneath 455, right? When you were underneath 455, what did you pull back down to? 435. Then you went from 435 back up to 455. Then you went on a breakout. But you got to keep in mind, now we're reversing. Because now you're going from an uptrend to now a downtrend. You're going from bullish to now. Look, it's still pulling. I called it. Still pulling. I called it. Let's go. Boss, I called it. Still pulling down. Where we at? 441? Almost down to 4. All right, let me to see if I'm lying. I'm going to put 2 alerts to see if I'm full of, I'm talking about me, to see if I'm full of S. I'm going to put 2 alerts. 440, because that was one of the ones I called, right? 440, and then I'm going to put another one at 435, around 435. Because that was 2 alerts I called out, 2 areas. So right now that's 440, and I'm going to put another one at 435. Oops, that's wrong. Alert, God dog it. Yeah, that alert. Set my alert. There we go. All right, 2 alerts. Those were 2 specific areas I called out. I told y'all that bad boy moves by $5 increments. Y'all think I'll be lying about Tesla? I told you it moves by $5 increments. Why y'all keep thinking I'm lying about that? I told you, $5 increments. Think about it. 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 50. I mean, dude, it moves by $5 increments. It literally moves by $5 increments. So if you catching a short, let's just say you caught the 455. You got room to come down to 450. That's 5. Then you come down to 445. That's 10. Then you come from 445 to 440. That's 15. Then you go from 440 down to 435. You just racked up $20 of profit off of this strong engulfing candle for the first half of the market. And you're still going. Look at this. It's still going. Look at this big engulfing candle. And then notice your range. 55 to 435. Come on, man. Oh, speaking of SPY, yeah, what was my key area? What was my next area? Oh, we already cracked the area we talked about. What was my next area on down? Oh, I gotta go back to my 1 hour. I'm sorry. Let me go back to my 1 hour. Hold on. What's the next key areas I had? Oh, damn. Yep, because there go your inverted cup of handle. Oh, yeah, that was another thing I called out too, Atomic. Inverted cup of handle pattern on SPY. Bam, called that out. So now, guys, you are underneath that price point. Look at this. Now look at the old range from SPY. When you were underneath that 681.54, look at your rotation. Look at your rotation. Look at your rotation, guys. Look at this. Look here. Look right here. From 681.54, what did you come down to? You came down right around the 674, right? Then you bounced from 674 right back up towards 681. So notice that range here first. And then you cracked that range. Then you went down even lower to 670. So look at all this room that you got to still come back down. And not just that, look at this. Downtrend cracking. You're no longer holding this trend line anymore. Now you're going from the bullish side of this bad boy to now the bearish side. So even if we take off this line, we take off this, right? And all we do is focus on that trend line. And also look at this. You went from an uptrend to now forming a downtrend. Look at this. And still dumping. Bad boy is still dumping. Cup and handle pattern. Boom. Downtrend setup. Boom. Engulfing gray candle. Boom. Bear flag. Boom. I mean, all you're doing is getting a solid sell-off right now. Solid sell-off. Now, I was trying to, I gotta go. Man, where's my bottle, man? I know this is disgusting what I'm about to do. I gotta, Jesus. Because I'm getting this mucus out. Hold on, guys. Oh, God. Yeah. Excuse me for that. I had to do it. Yeah, I apologize, man. I'm still a little sick, still recovering. No, well, I was trying to do CRWV, but due to the spreads, I was having a hard time trying to catch it. But not shot up though. CRWV, look, see, it missed my entries, and look where it's shot up at now. I would have been done scalping with CRWV. God dang, man, I was having issues with the spreads. And I was trying to catch it. And now look where it's at. Remember the last time we looked at it, guys? Those contracts was at what, like 20 cents? Look where it's at now. Look at that. Remember last time we talked about it on this same contract, we was down here like around 10 cents. Now you see why I like it? When you catch these nice spreads, it just kept missing my dang order. Y'all saw when I tried to get in last time, the buyers jumped right over me. It's like, man, trying to catch these orders sometime on these spreads, sometimes it just... And I see what it's doing, and it's just, man, I was trying to go for it, man. It's trying to push up towards 80. Excuse me. Man, it messed me up. I was literally trying to go for this trade. So it happens sometimes, man. Especially when you're dealing with CRWV, those spreads. It happens. It happens sometimes, man. It sometimes you get it. It just. Let me see if I can try it again. Nope. Still doing it. And I gotta keep readjusting my damn contract just to try to. I would have been out of these trades a long time ago. I was trying, man, but it just wasn't given. It just wasn't given. It just wasn't. God, man, I tried to. I would have been done. I would have been done on my trade. I've been doing my trade on CRWV. Went on a what? $8 move down there? No. Yeah, 8. Damn near 8. Well, almost 7. 773, almost up to 80. I mean, say about a $7 move, man. It just, god dang, these spreads be driving me nuts sometimes. Missing my damn orders. I hate that. God, it messed me up. I'm trying to see if I can catch one so I can show y'all for example, but it keeps jumping. I hate that sometimes. Damn spreads, man. Yeah, I was, cause like I said, one of my favorite scalpers, Atomic is CRWV. Due to CRWV, I was able to grow a small account from $100 to $2,000, and it was just due to that, cause now I was playing them spreads, and I was trying to do it today, but man, the buyers just, man, they just what, I just couldn't get them to, I couldn't get them to move. Well, not really the buyers, the sellers. Yeah, and that's all I was doing. Atomic, all I was doing, and then like I was telling everybody, it's not. I mean, like me and Nadia is always arguing because I know she's long term. She likes to go long, and nothing's wrong with that. I like to scalp. You like to scalp, cause nothing to me. I love scalping because nothing feels great than locking in profits. They're locking in profits and rinsing, repeating it, and doing it again. And that's what I was doing with CRWV. I would scalp. I would do like. I think I was doing like 4 to 5 contracts. So I was making like, I was playing like the 10-cent game. So I would get in like with 4 contracts. It moves up 10 cents. I'll lock that. That's 40. Cause my daily quotas was like $50. So when I first started off, I was like 50, 50, 50 each day. And then as my account got bigger, now I was able to go in with bigger size. Now I was going from $100 daily. And then after that, I was up $150 daily. Then $200. And I just kept doing that. It was like if it ain't broke, why fix it? And that's what I kept doing. I just kept scalping, taking profits when I had it, and just growing my account. I know a lot of people like to go all, they like to hold long term. I mean, I'm gonna hold out for a week. But Queen, that's what I was trying to tell you. That's why I was breaking that down to you. Nothing is wrong with scalping. Scalping is great because it's kind of the same exact thing, but with scalping, it's like you got the same idea, but you're just taking profits in the midst of it. So, okay, like for example, CRWV. Like, okay, say if it's you got in, let's say 73, and you're just gonna hold all the way to 80. Okay, that's cool. Who said, but Atomic? You see, I was telling people about that. Now I'm gonna tell you why. I've been warning people about this. And you can check all my live streams. I swear I've been telling everybody we could be bears. Watch. I'm gonna show you why I was telling everybody that. Be mindful that we could see a bearish market. I'm gonna show you my proof on why. Tell me if you agree with me. I'm gonna hurry and break this down real quick, based off my 5-year chart. Now, what I told people, let me fix this real quick. Come on. Where's my all right, bring this down. Come on. Down. All right, cool. All right, here we go. So, I said the last time we hit this red trend line was in 2021, 2022. That's when we ran up to 480. We hit 480 and we dumped on down. At the beginning of 2022, we had a bearish market, right? We didn't pick up back until damn near towards the end of the year, which we got that move back on up. That gave us a cup and handle pattern. Yeah, it gave us a cup and handle pattern at 480. We broke above 480 into 2023, 2024. We ran up as high as 610. We ran up as high as 610. Then we got that hard rejection back down to where? That old breakout zone, 480. So, I said this year, we broke above 610, but we never came back down to retest 610. I said we just kept going up, hitting this strong resistance like we hit in 2021, 2022. And I asked everybody, I said, guys, do you think we can see a repeat of 2021, 2022 into 2026 and 2025? I said, hitting this strong red trend line once again for a possible pullback down this way. So let me go to my 10-year. Let me go to my 10-year chart so I can move it over a little bit. So I can move it over just a little bit. See right here, look. 2021, 2022, red trend line, massive sell-off. Look where we at right now for 2025, 2026. Same red trend line with room to possibly pull back down. I called it. Boss, I've been calling this out for weeks and damn near months. I said if we cannot get above 688, 690, I said that could be a strong resistance where we could be trapping nothing but buyers and finally getting a strong sell-off like we got here in 2021 and 2022. Same trend line, almost the same exact setup. Look at this. Ran on up, trend line rejection, pull back. Run on up, red trend line rejection, almost a rinse and repeat. And I told everybody to be mindful of that. To be mindful. So I gave everybody heads up. I mean, right here, SPY, cup and handle, inverted cup and handle pattern. Buyers are trying to utilize what price point? They're trying to hold above what? 681.50. Why? Because you got to keep in mind, that was an old level. 681.50. If we go back a little bit, remember right here, old resistance can turn into what? Possible support. Now, the only thing I can say is this could be a trap. This could be a possible trap, though. Let's see. Because I do see a big, massive bear flag. Like right in our faces. I do see a massive bear flag. And then you underneath that trend line. Because if we were to get a strong reversal, buyers going to have to come back in and reclaim all these levels. See, I see so far as I see a huge bear flag pattern underneath that trend line. That's what I see. I see a possible massive trap coming. I see a trap. That's what I see. As we do push back up to the upside, I do think that buyers will get caught. I'm just going to be 110% honest. And look at CRWV still pushing. And they still ain't taking more orders, man. This is insane. And I hate trading on Fridays. I like to be in and out of these plays on Fridays. I hate Fridays. Fridays is like one of my pet peeves. Because I used to get, I ain't gonna lie, my worst trading days was on Fridays. And I learned to kind of avoid it. But I was trying to do some quick scalps, but I just can't get these damn buyers these sellers to take. Yeah, don't get me wrong. You do have good opportunities on Fridays, guys. But I would say the best times on Fridays is at the beginning of the market. Because you got to keep in mind, the market is like a college basketball game. You got halves, right? The first half of the market is from like 9:30 to like 12:30, because that's what, 3 hours ish. So let me see, 9:30, 10:30, 11:30, 12:30, and then you have a 30-minute break. Then you go into 1 o'clock, and then you got 1, 2, 3, 4. So Your first half of the market is always your most volatile, of course, and then you have the second half of the market. So what the second half of the market consists of is how can it perform versus the first half of the market. So okay, say for instance the first half went parabolic. Let's just say okay, we went on a nice move towards the upside. As the second half of the market comes in, you know, can we continue those levels and get that continuation push, or will the first half area, a top, be the second half's top, and then you get that reversal right back on down? So, but yeah, I mean, first half of the market clearly stated that it was bearish. I mean, you can clearly see the sell-off. I mean, look at this, from 86 all the way down to 81. I mean, you can clearly see that. Then you have a nice getting engulfing red candle, possible bear flag setting up. They could be trapping more buyers coming. So after these candles plays out, we'll see. Could be setting up for the next leg down. You got one leg already, possibly bouncing up, going to some resistance for the possible next leg down, possibly giving you an H pattern, as we always talk about. So could be doing a drop, pop, drop, almost like a lightning bolt. So see what I mean? Look at that. Look at those sellers already coming in, already trying to push the buyers back on down. See what I mean? See, I told you about that trap. Keep that on mind. Keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. Gotta be very mindful of this level. Again, now you gotta keep in mind, guys, we fell underneath that trend line. We're underneath it now. Now we're in the bearish territory, because you're no longer on top of that trend line. See that? When you're on top, you bounce. But now that we didn't crack that trend line, going from the bullish side to now in the bearish territory. I mean, look at this. Look at this trend line crack, and look at that. Now you in some deep water. And then look at all this possible room. Look at this. It's gonna be treacherous. You already got an inverted cup and handle. Boom. You already didn't crack the trend line. Boom. You already got somewhat of a descending wedge setting up. Boom. And that looks like a possible bull trap. You know, once they do bounce back on up, that looks like a trap that could be setting up. So, and like I said, keep in mind that there's Friday, guys. Be very careful. Because that looked like a bear flag. That's what that looked like to me on the 1 hour chart. That looks very bearish. That looked like a nice pole and a possible flag that could be forming. So I'll be very, very careful if I was y'all. Be very careful. Ah, 1 hour, queen. That's 1 hour. 1 hour chart. 1 hour chart. Man, Tommy, thank you so much for coming through, too, boss. Hold on, let me give you some love before you head on out. Let me give you some love, man, because you're always coming through. Let me give you some love real quick. Give you some love. Salute. W Chat. And also W Miles, man. Thank y'all so much for everything, too, man. But, Tommy, man, appreciate you so much, man. Shout out to you and the beautiful wifey, man. I wish you guys nothing but many blessings and much success for 2026, boss. And you already know it's our time to shine, no, Tommy. You know how we do. We already got the same thought processes, man. So you already know, like, as far as we're damn near like Siamese twins, because I think it's just alike. So, which I already know. If you're thinking the way I'm thinking, man, we're gonna have a successful year. So we already know that. You know, all we doing now is setting ourselves up for success, bro. So we already know what time it is. But shout out to Atomic, man. And thank you so much for coming through too, boss. Appreciate you. When do you look at it? Oh, when didn't I not say that? Atomic, you gotta give me my props. Did I not say about? He already know about to bring it back up. He already know. Oh, Nadia, I look at the 12 hour when I'm just looking at the patterns. Understand the psychological levels. Kind of like what I did with Tesla. Even though I'm not even trading Tesla, how was I able to call out psychological levels? Well, because the reason why I was able to call out Tesla is because I know how Tesla moves. See, Tesla, like I told y'all, out of all the blue chip companies, Tesla's like the main one that likes to move by $5 increments. Everything else is damn near $2 increments unless something comes out or earnings, FOMC meeting, something powerful that'll make that bad boy blast. SPY, NVIDIA, Apple, a lot of them move by $2 increments unless something, again, good comes out. Then we'll see more of a $6 to damn near $10 push. But Tesla's normally $5 increments. So If we go back a little bit, I called this out. I told y'all. Let me go back to my 180. And Tommy know I called this out. He know this. I called out trend line crack. I called out the range, 55, 35. You can clearly see tops. You can clearly see bottoms because you can see where the buyers came in. You clearly see where the sellers came in. So now being underneath 55, again, $5 increments. Go from 50, 45. Again, we do crack that 40. Where do you think those sellers are going to? 35. And that's going to do what? That's going to put you right back in that range completely. Because where's your bottoms on this range is? 435. So, keep that in mind. You got an engulfing red candle. So, let's see. Especially if they stay underneath 55. 45. Because you can see when you held 45, you can see the transition. You can see when sellers try to take out 45, what did buyers do? Buyers wind up reclaiming 45 because you can see the candle changes. And not the wicks, but you see the bodies of the candles are sitting on top of what price point? 45. Then you had a nice red to green move. So we know what sellers are trying to do on this side. So we know sellers are trying to keep buyers underneath 445 because they're not trying to give them any leverage. Because they know if buyers get back on top of 45, that's going to put you back in a range of 45 to 55 with a mid area of 50. So if sellers can successfully keep buyers underneath 45, now you have to focus on this range from 45 to 35 with a mid area of 40. So okay, put it like this. Let's cut out everything else. Let's just focus on where we at right now. So if the sellers would have successfully, this would be the range that sellers are trying to go for. So for those who don't know what I'm talking about. So that means that 45 will become your top, right? 35 will become your bottoms. And 40 itself will become your midpoint. Oh, I thought I changed the color to it. Green. Green, got dog it. Alright, there we go. And 35 will be your midpoint. Make a copy and put you for what it was, 40? Wow. See? 45, 40, 35. See that? Tops, mids, bottoms. So that'll put you back, that'll put you in the lower portion of that range. See, when you're on top of 45, that'll keep you in the range of 45, 55. But when you're under 45, that'll put you in a range of 45, 35. Because 45 is now resistance, not support. When it is support, you can clearly see the rotation and the movement you have towards the upside. But when you're underneath 45, now you have visible room to move back down to these lower price points, 40 to 35. Now y'all get it? So if they can successfully stay underneath that, then the next level you know they're going down for is 40. From that level down to 45, 35. So they may go for the second half of the market. So for the first half of the market, because you got to remember these are 1 o'clock candles. So if they can successfully stay underneath 45, then we know once that new 1 o'clock candle comes in, it's going to be welcome to what price point? 445. Because that's going to be non-resistance. So once this candle closes out and that new one comes in, you're going to be welcome right into resistance. Because that means that new candle is going to be hitting what? 445. And then we could go for that second leg on down. So that could be leg number 1. And then once that next candle come in, could be leg number 2. So just watch this level. Watch 45. Longs, you got to get back above 45. Shorts, stay below 445. Easy, easy, easy. Okay, so wait, what was Queen asking to? Oh, yeah. Okay, for SPY. All I do with SPY, well, I know I forgot to change all that out. Don't judge me. Because I was kind of experimenting. Don't judge me. Don't you dare judge me. So what I was doing was, last night, this is why I did that. Because I was just trying to figure out, levels of demand, levels of supply, and I was trying to figure out like the little mid areas. Because I was trying to figure out what was going to be SPY's move for today. That's what I was doing. That's why I have that. So ignore that. Don't mind me. I was just trying to figure out, supply, demand, and then kind of like a little neutral zone type thing. So I was trying to figure it out so I can help you guys out. So, but yeah, that's all I do, Nadia. Like I would normally use my 12 just to kind of understand the setups and the psychological levels. Like, let me take this red one out for example. So like, okay, for my 12, I'll figure out areas of strong resistance. Areas where sellers came in aggressive, areas where buyers came in aggressive. So that's basically what I do. Like I look for strong areas. So you can see right here, you did basically almost triple top. 1, 2, 3, then pull back. But you see how it was easy to kind of catch on to that? So it was like, even once you put a mark down here and you know, like in due time, Nadia, once you know the market is about to move back up, right? Like, again, we don't know how long it's going to take, but we know the specific areas, right? So we know that, okay, in due time, say for instance, okay, we riding the bullish wave. Let's just say, after this dump on down, we riding this on up. We know that based off of the past, we know what areas we're gonna have to deal with going up, or what we can sell, right? So we know that we can, take profits around this area, and we know we can take profits around that area. Now you see what I mean? Like, so I look for psychological levels. Same thing for puts. So I know that that area held up as strong resistance, which is around, what is this, 690. So you can see right here, that level held up once, that level held up twice, and that level held up damn near 3 times. See, triple top, 1, 2, 3. So knowing how to prepare myself once we enter those areas. It's like, even if we don't hit it right then and there, but I know in due time, when that market moves up to these levels, I know psychologically what sellers are thinking. Vice versa. Even if we come down to low key areas, I know psychologically what buyers are thinking. So that's basically what I use it for, to be honest, Nadia. I try to look for overall resistance. I try to look for overall support. I try to look for overall psychological levels. Once we come up to those levels. Now, in between, I'll have little different things marked off. But like, choppiness and all that, I'll go into like my 1 hour. I look at my 1 hour. But I just look at the 12 hour or the 5 year just to kind of get an idea of certain key levels. So we already talked about these levels on the 5 year chart. We already talked about the 690, we talked about the 688s, because we already know how strong those levels are. But based off of the 12, we know that the stronger resistance are aligned around 690, because you can see right here, we can't hold it, and also 685. Because you can see right here, run up to 685, get rejected. Try to run above 685, fell right back underneath, fall back on down. Right here. Well, where did we fall back underneath, Nadia? 685. But you see how I'm using the 12 hour to understand the psychological levels? That's it. That's all I'm using it for. That is all I'm using it for. Just to understand psychological levels. So I know in my mind, as long as I keep that number locked in my head, and I know that we underneath it, I know I can utilize that for resistance for the move on down. Then I start to ask myself, okay, underneath 685, how low could we go? Like, how far can we push? I know that I can think about 680, because that's a whole number. Because you already know every whole number is going to hold up as a natural support and resistance. Whether it's 680, 690, 670, 660. And we already know in between those levels is what? Your fives, right? 685, 695, 675, 665, 655, and so forth. And I just think about psychological levels because I'm just used to it. And man, again, look at the pattern. Look on how beautiful the pattern set up. Even on the 12-hour time frame, Nadia. Look at this. Look how it's set up. It gave you clear signs on, okay, we may need to go for a put opportunity because we can't break out. Look at this. Upper shadow, upper shadow, upper shadow, upper shadow. Right around 690, 691, where you could have went for a put opportunity, and then caught even a swing trade back on down because that level held. I mean, even right here, vice versa. Right here. Same key area. 690, 691. Nice pull back on down. Upper shadow. That level held up once, twice, 3 times, which you could have utilized for resistance. But that's it. I mean, that's really all I use those for. Just to kind of understand strong key levels, psychological levels where I know buyers can be sitting at, where I know sellers can be sitting at, and just make the best of it. And that again, that's just what I use it for. Just to kind of understand the overall pattern, the overall setup, the overall psychology of what SPY is doing and so forth. But that's what I use it for. Now I go into my 1 hour to then I use like the 1 hour in between like weeks. Like how did this week perform? How was this week performing and so forth? Because I'll take levels like the highs, the lows, and kind of like what I did today. Because think about it. By using my 1 hour, how was I able to put out my Patreon alerts? How was I able to tell you guys these levels, what was going to pull back down to? And so forth. Think about it. And I used a 1 hour time frame on this. All I did was use a 1 hour time frame. And what I did was not on this, would just go back into the past even with this. Like, what was the strongest area? So I went back a little bit. I said, okay, what was the strong area that held up as strong support? Strong resistance that can now hold up as strong support. All I did was find this strong key area right here. We had this massive sell-off. All I did was put my line right across the board. That was it. Because I knew once we were up already, an area that we could possibly come back down to. That's all I did. So it's not like, it's not like I put the line there today. In other words, I didn't put the line there today. I've been had the line there. So what I did was, as we were going up, all I did was just take old levels that we dealt with in the past. So as the market was going up, I was asking myself, okay, how high could we go? What levels did we hit in the past that can psychologically form up as resistance, right? So as we went up, all I did was went ahead and placed my line right at these highs, went right across the board. Bam. As we're already going up here, and I'm starting to see this movement, I'm starting to see this downtrend setup. I'm like, okay, if we fall back down, what could be a possible psychological level? Because y'all are going to have more than one area. So it's not going to be, because I know a lot of people sometimes like to look for one possible level. You're going to have multiple levels based on how the way the market is setting up. So that's why I had one area here, you notice, and then I had an area here. Excuse me, because I have to think about, okay, I know we're not going to go all the way straight down. We're gonna have some type of interference before we come down to the main area or meet the main boss. Before we get to this boss level here, we're gonna have some type of interruption. So as we're coming back on down, where psychological levels will buyers try to stay or try to utilize to push back up, because we're gonna have to test it and we're gonna have to take it out. So as we push back on down, that's why I had that level listed. I had these level listed and so forth. And also I noticed my pattern, which we made a cup. And that's why I put out. And again, Nadi, did you look at my Patreon? Notice what I put on my Patreon. And I'll show you. I had everything broken down, even the pattern. I spoke the pattern. What the pattern was, what it was. So let me go back. Tell me I'm lying. Alright. Look right here. Pre-market prep Friday, January 2nd, right? SPY. I spoke about the long areas. I spoke about the short areas. Pattern, inverted. And when was this posted? 3 hours ago. I had the pattern right there. Pattern, inverted, cup and handle, right? Inverted. Did I not alert this 3 hours ago? Giving everybody the heads up on the pattern. So I alerted that. And then what did we have? Inverted, cup and handle pattern. So I alerted everybody ahead of time. And then I called out on the downside what areas that we need to crack. 684, 683.32, right? What did we come down to? Let me spread it out a little bit. I know it's a little choppy, a little clunky, I'm sorry. Right? After we came back on down, 684, because why? That was the other day's lows, that was Wednesday's lows, right? You gotta take that out. And then from that level, you have these lows, which was 681.54, right? Bam. And then, I'm sorry, 683.32. And then down to 681.54. Why 681.54? Because all I did was just take this old key level here where we had trouble breaking out before. That was at one point, strong resistance. Bam. Strong resistance. Bam. Strong resistance, right? How did I come up with 683.32? Like what I posted right here on Patreon. 683.32. Because I took an old low. Yeah, but I know, and I do apologize. Half the time I'm not in Discord because you got to keep in mind, Queen, I'm all over the place. You got to keep in mind because I got to update everything, and sometimes I might not, and I'm not purposely not trying to be in Discord, and I do apologize. Like with Tariq and a lot of other people, they go straight to Discord. That's their source. But with me, you got to understand, I got to take care of Patreon. I got to update the live stream. I gotta update information within the live stream. So you gotta think about all these things that I gotta take care of first and foremost. So I got a lot of other stuff first, which is why I gotta put everything out. So again, a lot of people, their main thing is Discord. They go straight to Discord. But I got again the stream to update. I gotta give y'all this information, right? Yeah. Because, again, Queen, you got to think about it. In the morning, what do I have to do? And I'm just telling you my breakdowns on what I have to do in the morning. I'm going to be honest on why you don't see me on Discord. And for anybody else who is on my Discord asking, damn, why is Jay not in all the time? This is what I'm doing. I'm going through my charts every single morning, even at night, because I'm trying to figure out patterns. I'm trying to study. I'm trying to go, and you got to think about it. I got to go through multiple different stocks, guys. So it's not because you got, and like I said, Nadia, I gotta go over the ones y'all request. You gotta think about it. So not only SPY do I have to study, I gotta go over IWM. I gotta go over Apple. I gotta go over Tesla. So I'm studying every single chart. You gotta think about it. Not only on the 1 minute, 1 hour, I gotta go over 5 minutes, I gotta go over 5 year, I gotta go over 12 hours, because I wanna make sure I'm giving you guys the right and correct information. So I gotta go through every single one of those. Then after I do all of that, I have to screenshot it. So I gotta put in, just like what I did here on my Patreon, what do I have to do? I gotta screenshot this, right? Because I gotta make sure you guys understand what I'm doing. I gotta screenshot this. Now I gotta put in arrows. I gotta put in price points. Then after that, I gotta put down breakdowns. You know, I gotta research news. I gotta research economics. So I give y'all the updated information as much as possible. So right here, I gotta break down Apple. I gotta break down Tesla. I gotta break down AMD, IWM. I gotta go through the economics to see which ones that's important that we need to look out for. I gotta go into the news, drop that. I gotta break down SPY from a long standpoint, from a short standpoint. And then I have to break down what pattern it is so you guys can be aware, you know, not to put yourself in a worse predicament. Now you see what I do? What I go through every morning. And then after I do that, what else do I do? Then I gotta go on my live stream, because then I have to present this to you guys. I gotta break down the news. And then from that, I gotta go from news, recaps, economics. You know, even that we do have earnings from time to time, but I do this for all you guys. But I do this for y'all. So I put in a lot of work every morning, and it's tiresome. I'm by myself. So I do apologize. But in other words, what I'm saying is, Nadia, I do apologize if I don't show up in Discord. Is that I'm multitasking. And I do apologize about that, Queen. I do apologize. I'm just all over the place. Again, I'm doing this for you guys. You know, I'm going down every stock, everything that I can think of, and I'm going through different time frames. And I mean, because y'all got to think about this. I'm going through a lot. But I love it. I do it. So, and I do apologize. If I don't show up in Discord, that's why. I'm studying. I'm going over plays. And then half the time I'm going over plays that I'm not even trading. I mean, think about it. I don't trade Tesla like that, but I broke everything down for other people who may want to trade it. So, I mean, think about it. Why would I have this set up and I don't even trade it? I may trade Tesla from time to time, but for those majority of people that may want to trade Tesla, I have to think of them. I got to think about people that trade IWM. Trade SPY, you know, our CRWV. You know, I had to think about a lot of these things, man. So it's a lot of work I put in. It's exhausting, but I do it. And look at that, CRWV still on an uptrend. SPY, what I told you. Yeah, I mean, because like I said, you guys pay for it. I mean, and my thing is, and another reason why too, you gotta think about it too, Nadia. You guys are members on Patreon. So how fair would that be if I'm putting too much information on Discord, right? If you people are paid members on Patreon, I'm not doing you guys any justice by putting all this information for free out. Because that's just the defeat the purpose of you guys being on a Patreon. You know, because I have to separate the two. I have to focus on people that are paying for the service, because I have to give y'all a different type of content and quality because you're paying for it, versus people that just come on Discord. So I have to separate the two, because I got to take care of my members first. That's why. So, and I do apologize, like I said, but I have to separate two, because I don't want to be unfair to y'all. Because what point would that of y'all being members on Patreon if I'm taking that same exact information on Patreon that you guys pay for, and I'm putting that on Discord for free? That just kind of defeats the whole purpose of even being a part of a member on Patreon. Because it's like, well, damn, if he's putting the same information out on Discord that he puts on Patreon, what's the point of me paying for this where I can just go to Discord? So now you see why I kind of don't. Now you see why? Because I got to take care of y'all first. I got to take care of the customers first and foremost. Y'all on the top list. Yeah, so I got to put y'all on the top list. I got to take care of y'all first. Which is why y'all get more quality on Patreon than anything else. Y'all get more detailed breakdowns. Y'all get a lot of things that I don't put on Discord because, you know, that's free information. You guys are paying for it. You know, and I want to give y'all the best quality and best content as possible. So yeah, that's why. I mean, but now you know now. But I mean, that was the whole purpose. And guys, what I told y'all, bear flag. Watch that bear flag. Like I told y'all, I was gonna trap those sellers, trap those buyers for that possible next leg down. Here y'all go. Yeah, Yeah, I'm about to retire from CLWV, man. It just messed me over. Cause now I feel like it's just getting too extended, man. I want to feel like I'm chasing. God dang it messed me up, man. Yeah, it just, like I said, I just can't get my artist feel on that damn thing. And sometimes it happens. Sometimes I can get it, sometimes I can't. It comes with territory. When I catch it, when I have those moments, I have my moments. I can't complain on it. Well, I'm banking, so here's what it is. All right, so let me take my spy off of. All right, let me take spy off for the 1 hour because again, we already know. Like, okay. Oh, and this is another thing too, Nadia. I've got to tell you, and anybody else listening. Now, why do I use a 1 hour? Why do I use a 5? I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you a little trick to it. I mean, it's no secret. I mean, what you do is, whenever you do have time, whatever you're looking at, whatever stocks you're looking at, all you do is take your 1 hour, because what the 1 hour does, it clears out all the clutter. You know, from a 1 minute, 2 minute, 5 minute, whatever whatever it is. It makes it a little bit more visible, right? So what you do is, all you do is just go into your 1 hour and you look for your lows, you look for your highs, previous lows, previous highs, right? Just kind of like what I did today. You see that? All I did was just take the previous highs up here, and I went to the previous lows and so forth. Now, once I get my lines set up, now I can go to, oh, loud? I don't even know the music. I can't even hear it. Is it? Oh, I'm sorry, Queen. I didn't know. See, I can't. I'm about to put headphones in because I'm playing mine through speakers, so it's like I guess the volume is different. I'm sorry. I apologize. All right, we up. Okay, my apologies, Queen. Okay, so what I was saying was how to make it easy for you guys. Go into 2026. Because I'm not trying to stop people from grinding and making that money. I'm talking about other traders. I mean, because they're going, man, you got to go through my course to know the secret sauce and you, man, funk all that. I said funk. So, look, use your use your timelines as best as possible. It's no secret because it's out there. I mean, it's a timeline. You just got to know how to use it. So, okay. My bad. Okay, so I'm just telling y'all what I do, to try to speed things up, to help you guys out, because it's no secret. Because a lot of them have tutorials to it too, and I learn from a lot of these guys, and it does help. And I want to take that information that I do after my research and share with you guys. So all you do on your 1 hour, loan, and whoever else, even on your downtime, like before pre-market, after post-market, whatever, all you do is map out your highs, map out your lows, understand the ranges, and so forth. Once you put all your lines in motion off of your 1 hour, now flip over to your 5 minute time frame. That's about the easiest way to do it. Flip over now to a 5 minute time frame, and you can kind of see look at this. See how it plays the same? Look at this. Bounce, and all that was just off of my 1 hour time frame. My highs, my lows, and you see on how the market is performing off of it. Look where you bounced at. One of my lines. Bounced off of what? My other line. Got rejected where? My other line. And that was just off of levels that I got off of my 1 hour. Because I don't want y'all to put yourself through hell, man, and people, trying to sugarcoat y'all with, BS y'all with, man, if you want to know the secret sauce, man, join my $500 platform, my course, and pay $1,000, man, bump all that crap. My thing is, dude, keep it simple. KISS. First and foremost, look, like I said, this is what we're gonna go over, even with the small account challenge. We're gonna go over lessons too. Cause I'm gonna do what I can to take a lot of the bad habits out of you guys. So first and foremost, we're gonna go over this starting Monday, which is Breaking Bad. I hope y'all like this. Breaking Bad method. Breaking Bad method is gonna help us take you out of whatever is stopping you from becoming a better trader. What is it? What are the issues? Is it having the wrong mindset? Not having a detailed plan? Unstable work ethics. Now the unstable work ethics is you're in and out. Meaning that you're not really focused on the market. You're doing everything else. You're Instagramming. You're world storing. You're doing everything. Yeah, Queen. Yeah, now I'm gonna do this to help. Whatever I can. But the chart, I'm just telling you, and I'm gonna go back to the chart too, Aussie. But yeah, and the reason why I'm speaking on this because I used to be that person. Like like my patience, my attention span was very, very, like, it was low. So it was like I would focus for a little bit and I would easily get distracted. Because next thing I know, I'm on YouTube, I'm watching random videos, I'm on Instagram, I'm on Facebook. I'm doing everything outside of what I need to. Everything else is forming a distraction. So instead of and then I get mad at myself, wondering why I'm so far behind. You know, and what I had to do was put things off to the side. I'm like, okay, when the market is open, man, I gotta focus. I gotta push everything off to the side. Let me focus directly on the market. And that was one of the things. Now, not having a detailed plan is pretty much you want to jump into something, but you don't know how to. You want to jump into jump into a stock, but you don't even know where your exit is at. You don't even know where you're getting out at. That's not having a detailed plan. Understand where's going to be your entry, what is going to be your stop loss, what is going to be your exit. That's having more of a detailed plan. Having the wrong mindset, pretty much overthinking. You're overdoing. Your mind is on everything else. You're watching 10 to 20 different stocks. Man, narrow it down to maybe 2 to 3 stocks where it benefits you the most. Having the right mindset for that. And also understand that each stock has a different personality. How many times have we been over Tesla that difference itself from everything else? Why? Because it moves by $5 increments. Majority of the other ones, Microsoft, Google, Nvidia, Apple, move by $2 increments. No, and that was me too, Queen. Don't get me wrong, that was me too. And I had to, and that's why we're gonna all do this together. Me, you, Lone, Aussie. As we doing the small account challenge, we're gonna work on everything together, breaking as many bad habits as we can, because we don't want to take 2025 problems into 2026. We want to leave it right where it's at. And again, all I'm doing is speaking from experience on the mistakes I used to make. Okay, losing money syndrome. Now, losing money syndrome. Yeah, we're going to work on that, Queen. Now, losing money syndrome. Now, this comes into not learning from your mistakes. It's like you take a loss, but then you make the same mistake again. Then you make the same mistake again. Because you're not learning from your errors. Man, what am I doing wrong? You know, basically like chasing. Nadia, we went through this already, remember? But for the FOMC meeting, when I told you not to chase, I told you to wait on pullback. Losing money because you're on the wrong side of momentum. Instead of waiting on a pullback bounce, you started chasing. That was something don't do, especially when you get those consecutive green candles up, because they're purposely push you to a targeted area and then coming back down and so forth. And then once you start doing that, now you want to revenge trade. Or you have FOMO because you want to get into a trade because you're just desperate to trade. Don't do that. Zako, thank you so much for the follow, boss. God bless you. Hope you have a blessed and happy new year, boss. Appreciate you. Thank you so much. Now, losing money per trade. That comes out to having a losing trade syndrome, because now you pissed off. Now you want to make back what you lost. But what you're not realizing is now you're digging a deeper hole for yourself. Now you're losing even more. Now, because now you just don't have the right mindset. You're emotional. Your mind's all over the place. I was that person. Like, again. Yeah, and that's all you do. Once you start to calm yourself down, I promise you, the trades get better and better and better and easier to understand it. Like I said, losing money per trade. I wanted to revenge trade because I was pissed off the stuff I lost before. I was so damn emotional. I still didn't even have a game plan because I'm too damn emotional, because I'm thinking about the money I lost. But then going into another trade, I'm losing another amount. Now I kind of covered that one. I had to sit back, collect myself, understand what am I doing wrong. This is where lack of track coming in, because you have to track down your mistakes. What am I doing wrong? I had to understand what type of trader I am. Am I long bias? Am I short bias? What type of trader am I? Am I more of a pattern trader? What works best for me? Day trading, swing trading. I just had to think about all these things. What makes me or what helps me become a better trader? And once I started to put the pieces of the puzzle, because everybody's different. Aussie may trade a different way than somebody else. Nadia may trade a different way than somebody else. We all are different, guys, but you have to figure out what trader you are because it's so many different types of traders. I mean, futures, options, day traders, contract traders, share traders, swing traders. I mean, it's different type, but you have to ask yourself, what type of trader are you? Are you better going long? Okay, then wait on long opportunities. That means wait on pullback bounces. Or you better at going short. Okay, wait for it to hit towards these top areas for nice little pullbacks. And again, and if you have trouble, and we already know what the main one is. Let me go ahead and highlight that one. Not having enough patience. That is the main kryptonite that everybody, man. And look at this. What I told y'all. Downtrend, bam. See that? Go up. Consecutive candles. Right into resistance. Right back on down. See that? I told y'all. Straight bull trap. See that? But I understood the situation. I understood it. I told y'all. I understood it real quick. How not to chase. I mean, now that y'all see the first half of the market, what are we doing? We're downtrending. We're definitely downtrending. We are ready to fill underneath the 84s, 83s, down to the 82s, and then what was my next level that we said? Oops. And all I do, guys, is just take my time. It's no magic or anything that I do. It's just, all I do is sit back, and I'm just telling you guys what I really do. Nadia, Aussie, on downtimes, I swear, this is all I do. Like, even when the market is down, I'm just sitting back, and I'm like doing this. I kind of like do this, kind of play around, because I'm trying to visualize what I see. And this is all I'm doing. I'm looking at bottoms. All right, what is this doing? Okay, I see an inverted cup and handle. Okay, where was a strong area? Okay, now that we being up here, what could be a top area? Okay, based off the past, I know we ran up here. Let me put my line right across the board as we go back on up, because this could be a psychological level. I mean, like, watch. And I'll do it right now. I'll do this right now. Watch this. I'll do it right now, right in front of y'all. Let me make another copy of my 1 hour. All right. Now let me show you what I do, so y'all can see it for yourselves. And man, F you, CRW. Sorry. All right, my emotions. Okay. Let me clear everything out. All right. So first and foremost, okay, now I'm trying to figure out, before the drop, of course. Let me break it down a little bit more so I can see everything all the way. Okay. I take my bottoms, because we're already up. So now I'm trying to figure out, okay, an uptrend. Bam, that's done. Cool. Now, I'm trying to figure out, okay, where are my tops? I go back into the past. Bam, see one right there. Bam, see one right there. Okay, I see these bottoms, these lows. I see that one right here. I see this old area that's to hold up a strong resistance. Bam. And look at that. I did this right in front of y'all. Look how quickly I did that. Look, all I did was go back into the past, find certain key areas where sellers came in the most or areas where buyers came in. That's it. Look how quickly I did that fast. I took an old key area that I knew it held up as resistance. I took an old low area as we were going back down, because I'm like, okay, psychologically, I know that we're going to have to take this area out to get down to this area, right? Because you got to take an area where buyers came in at, got back on up. If we're looking at it on the downside, the short side, we got to take that out, right? Then we got to take that out because we want to turn that back into resistance. And then now looking at this, okay, now where are we going from here? Now I'm looking at, okay, old key levels. Now I'm looking at, okay, when we were underneath this price point, how did the market handle? What was the movement underneath this price point? Okay, I see that we had some lows down this way. All right, boom, I see that. I see we had a low down this way, bam. Because all I'm doing is looking at psychological levels. What buyers came in at, sellers came in at. All I'm doing is psychological levels as we're dropping down this way. See that? That's all I'm doing. And not just looking at and I know something y'all do too. And y'all can't even lie. Don't even lie to me. I know y'all do this. How many, and tell the God to the truth, how many look more so at the candles than the prices? Don't even lie. Don't lie. I know y'all do that because I've done it. Like, instead of looking at the prices right on the side, where it's actually at.
23 says, I noticed your channel has strong potential but needs a bigger audience to level up. With the right growth strategy.
Man, appreciate you, boss. Appreciate you for that, Zarka. Thanks so much, boss. Yeah, we'll talk. We'll talk, Zark. Thanks so much. Zaka, I'm sorry. Zakor. I'll make sure you say your name right. And I do apologize, boss. But thank you so much, though, for coming through. and don't get me wrong, I used to do that because I would get so caught up on the candles, right? I'm looking at the candles. I'm forgetting all about the prices. And again, we're not perfect. We're human. So what I started to do was I stopped. I had to get back to reality. I'm like, okay, because I had to think about psychological levels. I'm like, because that's what sometimes will mess up your entries and your exits, because you're so used to looking at the candles, you're not even looking at the prices. So it's like, how would you know where to get in at, or even thinking about where to exit at, if you don't even know the prices? You too busy looking at the candles setups versus looking at the prices itself. Like, you gotta look at certain key areas. Okay, where did we get rejected at? 691, 690. We know that area is gonna hold up at strong resistance. I'm sorry. And then down here, before we had this bounce, right here, what was the key area I called out? 681, around 681.50, didn't I? 681.50. I knew we had room to come back down. Where did we bounce? 681.50. But I put out the numbers. I put out the price points. So you gotta understand that. You gotta stay in these levels. And it gets like that because I've been in those positions where I just look more so at the candle than the damn prices. But that's where knowing the personality of each stock comes in at. Because we know with SPY, normally likes to move by even numbers. So 84, 82, 80, 78, 76, 74, and like, once you start to understand the personality of each stock, just like Tesla likes to move by fives, right? 460, 465, 467. I'm sorry, 470, 475, 480, 485, and so forth. But once you start to understand the personality and how these bad boys work, I mean, look right here. Where we pulling right down to on SPY? Around 680, right? Even number. From 680, we know we have room to possibly fall down to the 678, 676s, and so forth until we come down to a reasonable area, which is going to bring us around the 675, which is a $0.5 mark, of course, and so forth. But yeah, I mean, but take your time to understand it. Like, I mean, you can use this method with anything. You can use this method of 1 hour chart. You can use it for Tesla. You can use it for SPY. Like, okay, Aussie and Nadia. Okay, what are the main ones y'all like to trade? And we'll try to figure it out off of a 1 hour. Just try to understand on how to set ourselves up, and then take those price points and then going down into a 5 minute time frame to, get a good trade. Because I think you said Apple for sure. Aussie, did you say Apple before? Not mistaken, Apple. All right, so let's just say Apple, for example. Do I have a 1 hour on this one? Yeah, I don't think I do. All right, Apple. So let's see it from a 1 hour standpoint. How can we figure things out? Oh, CRWV?
CRWV.
Okay, let me see. Wait, when you started jumping on CRWV? Oh, my God. Oh, my God. I can't with CRWV. And that was the one I wanted to trade. I can't with CRWV. Oh, look at this. Look at this beauty. Oh, my God. I mean, okay. But even, okay. Aussie. Long. Okay. Even looking at CRWV. 1 hour chart. You see where the tops is, right? You see where we have room to possibly push our way back up towards. So all we're gonna do. God dang, man! I can't believe I missed my orders, man. God, dog. Oh, that. It's gonna be. I'm gonna catch another. Don't worry about it. I'm gonna take some lows. I'm trying to put the piece of the puzzle together. Right where we at? Okay, cool. Hold up. I meant to drag it all the way over. My fault. It's about right here. Yeah, okay, so you see how this area acted as resistance when you were underneath it? That was around, what is that, 81.20? And then this area acted as support. See that? So look where we at, 81.20. So that's another thing. All I do is try to figure out levels. See? What was once resistance is now support. See that? You bounce, bam. You bounce, bam. Now you're back underneath it, now turn back into resistance. So look what we're doing. Look what we're testing. Same key area. See that? See how I figured it out that quick? All I did was just take an old area that acted as support and resistance, and look what we are testing at. So that means that we break, okay, what's going to be the next level? I know that we got these areas up here, and that's going to put us in a range. So see, the last time you was on top of that 81.20, look at your rotation. You rotated all the way up towards what? The 87.50s up to 88s. So look at the range. Look at the setup. So I know once we break, I know the room that we have to run up, how far we can go until we hit some good resistance. So with this already running though, God dang, man. Why? Did I have a 1 hour already on this one? Oh, I did. Oh, pfft. That was pointless of me putting up damn lines. I already had a 1 hour. All right, let me see. 8120, I had white already, right? Let me see. Make a copy of you. All right, go back to this old level, right where we at. Right. We at around 20, wasn't it? 8120. It was 8120, wasn't it? 8120. Yeah, right where we at. All right, cool. And that's all I do. Like I say, and by looking back at this loan and Aussie, I mean, look, if you go back and look at the setup, I mean, just look at the pattern. Look at the pattern. You went from a downtrend, right? You came down as low as 63.80, got a bounce back above 63.80. You ran up as high as towards this 87.88. Then you got this pullback on down. But notice when you just take a step back and put all your days together, and these are post-market, pre-market, and intraday all together. And once you put them together, I mean, it all makes one decent pattern, understandable pattern. You know, and that's another way to help yourself too, Aussie and Nadia. Just look at the past. Look at the past. Understand what sellers came in, right? Understand what buyers came in. So again, when we push, we know that we got resistance where? Towards these tops. So we know how much room we have to run up. So, and that's another way to do it. So understand the levels. Now look at your price points. So we know around 80, 82, about 82 towards this 87.50, right? And that's all we're doing. So we know we have room to make money from these levels on up this way. And that's all I do. Just try to figure out what's my next opportunity. God dang it, I wish I would have caught that. I'm still pissed off. Okay, they wouldn't take my order. I was trying to catch the damn play. Oh, man. I don't even want to look at these contracts. Let me see. They did me so dirty on CRWB, I swear. I tried to get into this damn thing numerous times. It just would not give in. Oh, you sick. Look at this. I mean, look. And then, look. And another thing you can do too, Aussie and Nadia and Lone Wolf, even off the 1 hour, play your closes. Like, especially if you're going off the right direction. Okay, let me ask you guys this. What are some good entries? Even by using a 1 hour time frame, what are some good entries? Remember, this is CRWV. What are some good entries? And how am I choosing my entries? I'm talking about for today's intraday. Would it be some good possible entry levels? And how to play it. Y'all know the trick to it? Or y'all don't? I mean, I'll go over it if y'all don't know it. The little trick. Well, I mean, we've been over this already. But what's the little trick to this? Especially when you got consecutive green candles. Well, especially 3. Because, I mean, me, I can't chase right now. Because right now you're hitting that resistance. I'm not chasing that. But based off of these three green candles, if you would have missed this move here, how could you have taken this second move here? If you would have missed this one here, how could you have taken this one here? What is your areas of possible entries? Like, how could you have used it? How could you have utilized this? Y'all know it or y'all don't? Y'all give up? I'm just giving y'all a little bit of tricks to the trade to it. How you can also just use a 1 hour. You can use a 1 hour to help you. Look very close. Like, if you were to get in CRWV, what could have been your next opportunity? You missed this one, could have been your next opportunity. How to play this? How to enter this stock? What's another way how to do it? Even just by using a 1 hour time frame. Y'all give up? Remember, Aussie, Nadi, we talked about this. And look, how did I know to put my price point right at 81.20 and look to notice where we're getting rejected at? How did I know to do that? Watch, let me show y'all. Okay. Remember when we talked about if we're dealing with consecutive candles, right? They feed off of one another.
Break of $78.61.
Yeah, but remember, okay, when you're dealing with consecutive candles, right? Even green candles. Remember what I told y'all about the closes? Remember I told y'all about the closes, how the closes themselves can act as support? So, all right, right here, for example. Remember, the green candle closes up, your red candle closes down. So, this close was at 86.48. So, we'll put a line right here. That'll be entry number 1, right? I'm gonna remove this line in a minute too. So, okay, look very closely. Let me take this one off. Okay, so notice, because remember, your green candle closes up and your red candle closes down. So notice that candle closed up. Where did the body of that candle, the second candle, what did it utilize, right? That candle's closed. See that? You had a lower shadow, but then the body of the candle got back on top of what? That candle's closed. All right, let's move up to the next one. What was this candle close? Candle close 77.80. Let's move that one up. All right. Show you a little trick to it. All right, 77.80 real quick. Ah, come on. All right, there we go. 77.80. Bam. You notice that? You notice your possible entries? You see that? Now you see it, Aussie? You see it? You see how after these previous candle closes, the next candle over, utilize that candle close for support, pushes on up. That candle close, that candle utilize that candle's close for support, pushed on up. Now you see the trick to it? You see the trick to it, huh? See what I mean? When you have those consecutive green candles, so if you miss the first move, especially if it's engulfing, you have a healthy green candle, all you can do is, like I said, you get that recovery of that candle's close, utilize that candle's close for support, go for that next push to the upside. Same thing here. That candle close out. See if that candle is going to use that candle's close here at these top areas for the next move right on up. It's building like a staircase. You notice that? I mean, you could also do it for the downside too. It works for the downside. Look right here. Candle closed out. Use that candle's close for resistance. Next leg on down. So it's a trick. It's crazy, huh? But it's simple. See how simple that was? See how simple that was? Like when you got those good movements like this, they're really easy to use. Really easy to use when you got those setups like that. Real easy. But now notice that now that we hit resistance, now that candle's closed, it's somewhat turning into that candle's resistance at the moment. See that? See how the candles are switching? See how you're going from green to red? Because that candle close, instead of being that candle support, is now utilizing that as resistance. So notice the candle changing over. See, watch. Let me go to this candle's close. I'm gonna go down a little bit. What was this close? 80.94. Watch. Tell me I'm lying. Aussie, tell me I'm lying. 80.94. I'm lying? Look at each candle's close and the next one over. Closed out. Use that candle for support. On up. Closed out. Candle for support. Next leg on up. Now right here, we testing this key level. So that means that what needs to happen if buyers were going to continue to push, we need to get back on top of that candle's close. This candle that closed out, previous one. Because we want to flip this candle to the upside, now creating another green candle. So right now, this candle close is acting as this candle's resistance at this moment. So we need buyers to get above the price points around that 80.94 to 81. Because we want to see a lower shadow, but the body of the candle retreat right back on top of that candle's close and flip. But you see how simple it is. It's like it's not hard to really to read it and understand it. Because like I said, if you miss this move here, this one here, this first one, okay. After this candle tested, waiting for those buyers to come right back on top, right above that candle's close, and then go for that next push on up. Bam. Then after that one closed out, got a little bit of a pullback, tested that VWAP, got the body of the candle right back on top of that candle's close, and do what? Push on up. What you think the buyers are trying to do on this one? See that? See how that buying pressure is trying to step in? See how it's trying to get on top of that candle close, try to create a fourth green candle? It's trying to. So watch. Now, Aussie, if we do it, tell me if I'm lying. I gotta see if we have enough buyers though. What time it is? 12 o'clock?
This only works on the 1HRT app.
You can do it for 5 minutes, but I mean, like I said, I just like the hourly because they just clean and cut. I just like them like that because they're an hour a piece. So I think it's 9 o'clock. This one, yeah. So 9, 10, 11, 12, yada yada yada. So, but you can use lower time frames to do this. Let me go to 2 or 5. Let me see how I look on the 5 minute real quick. Yeah. I mean, on the 5 was the pullback area. So you see that? Look. Then that next layer area, consolidation. Bam. And then look, right where we at right now. See? And then if you go back on the 1 hour, watch this. See how the candle trying to flip? See that? Trying to get on top of what? That candle closed. Because it's trying to utilize it for support. It's trying to create the fourth green candle up. Trying to create a fourth green candle up. Jeez, man. This is at what, 12% now? Jeez. Now see? Look. Look how the buyers are trying to get on top of that previous candle close. To try to go for the next leg up. See that? See that? It's crazy to read that, huh? It's crazy. And bam, look what color that candle's changing. Trying to turn green. Because it's trying to get on top of that candle's close. Trying to go for the fourth green candle up. So let's see. How far could we push? Let me see how much room we got left in the tank. Go back. Got us up to this, what, 84?
Jtraedz says, I have no money to trade now.
God, it was dirty. But like I said, I mean, I just like to use the 1 hour too, because just to understand the highs, the lows, because like I said, it's clean and cut. That's what I like about it. I mean, I can see good setups. I mean, I can see what the overall was doing, what the more overall market is doing throughout all the choppiness. And I mean, you can clearly see what this bad boy did. You got rejected right at 87. You can see we downtrended. But look how beautiful, and look how Aussie and Nadia, look how easy it is to read these bad boys. Look how, just understanding the play. From, what day was this? Monday? Last Monday? You were downtrending Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and then going into this week, you wind up holding 70, getting back on top of 72. For today, nice reversal back to the upside. And look at this. And then look, trying to go for that fourth green candle. And that means that you have room to come up to possibly what? 86 to this 80, almost 88 level. That'll be your fourth green candle to the upside. Let me see if we can get it. What we got left on this candle? We still got a little while. The only reason why we so high right now. God, we so high right now. Wouldn't take my damn orders, man. Every time I was trying to go for it. It's them damn spreads. That's the only thing that get on my nerves sometimes, those spreads. Let me go back to a 5. See what I mean? You kind of overextended. You're off the VWAP. Now you're hitting around this 480-ish levels. Like, now we starting to kind of hesitate a little bit. See, that's why I want to chase. Because now I feel like I'm chasing it. Ah, that dirty MFers. Ah. And then what some people do is, they'll enter in. I'm gonna tell you what some people may do. Some people may enter in using that 5-minute time frame, and then they'll go back to their hourly time frame because they already know the prices. So they know already around this 75, 70 to 76 off basically the first candle. All they do now is go into a 1 hour time frame, and they'll just play off the candle. You see how that close is turned to that candle's resistance at this moment? You overextend it. See why I'm not chasing. If it pushes, it pushes, but I'm not chasing that. Not happening. So yeah, what? 2 opportunities before we hit these tops. 2 opportunities. So right now, what time it is? 12 o'clock? 12 o'clock. 12. Yeah, and I know today's Friday, guys, and because Fridays, I hate Fridays. I hate trading Fridays. Fridays, definitely can be a pain sometimes. How we doing on SPY, though? SPY still pulling? Because I know we just went over CRWV. Let me see how we looking on SPY, though. So now y'all know the gist of what CRWV is doing. So right now, I mean, we're hitting a little bit of resistance right now at this moment, so we could get a little pullback. I mean, look at this. You had 3 consecutive green candles up, so that was, 3 hours of green? See, 9, 10, 11, and now 12 o'clock. So, first half of the market up. First half of the market went up. So now we see what the second half is going to represent. So at least y'all know, if we see CRWV, what we did for the first half of the market. Went from 73s all the way up to the 80s. So went on a what? Damn near $7 run already. All right, let's go to SPY. So, but, ooh, bear flag. Let me see. Trying to get a little bounce back on up though. I still think it's bearish. I'm still thinking it's bearish because this is an ugly setup, man. See, still trying to bounce his way on up. Still trying to bounce his way on up. We know we got these tops up here, but this bad boy, I still see a bear flag. I still see a bear flag. I'm just gonna be honest, 110% honest. I still see a bear flag. I still see weakness. CIWV starting to turn a little bit. Tesla trying to hold that level, but even Tesla still looks weak. If we do get a pushback on up, fifth is gonna be resistance for sure. Because your old floor, old support can turn to resistance. So they could go up, get trapped, and they come right back down. All right, SPY getting this pushback up. What is that? What level is this? That is okay. That's that level here. That's just old lows here around this 83. What was the actual price point to that? Because I know I changed it a little bit. What was the actual bottom to that? Was it 83? 37. Was it 37? I think I moved my prices a little bit. Just a little bit. Oh, 32. I knew it was something in the 30s. All right, 32. I knew something was kind of off about that. 32. All right, there we go. Okay. So right now you got buyers trying to step back in, push. Remember, old support can turn into possible new resistance. So let's just see. You got to remember, this is the second half of the market. So for the first half, we know that we had a complete sell-off. Complete sell-off right now. So let's see what's going to happen as buyers try to push their way back up towards this old low around this 683.32. Because they got a long ways to go to get back up towards 87. Like a long ways to go. Because they're going to have to get right back on top of this price point. Turn this back into a support. And then focus on these highs again. But I don't see anything really holding though. Even in the blue chip market. Because everything that fell back down. AMD didn't fell. God dang it. I'm just... Oh, CLWB. Mother... I hate you. Shoot. Dirty broad, man. That was the one I wanted to trade too. So like I said, start next week. The main ones I'm going to look at. I'm just telling you which ones I'm going to possibly look at the trade. I wanted it, but the spread. Look, and I'm gonna show you like the spreads was all over the damn place. It would not take my orders. Let me see if I go back to CRWV. Let me see if it kind of calmed down now. Let me see how we're looking on it. I'm gonna see a few of them. And I was trying, man. It would not grab my damn orders. It was trying to force me to like chase it. Watch. Let me see. See, that's okay. This is one of them. See, we was all the way down here at one point. Remember, we started all the way down here. That's when I was trying to get it down here. And it would not take my order. Because y'all saw me do it. Because remember, I think I got in like around 9 cents or something like that. And then them other buyers jumped in right above me and started moving it up. So y'all saw it didn't take my order. And look where it's at now. Look. So imagine, it would have grabbed my orders. I could have still been sitting back chilling. Look at this. Look at where we would have been at. Boy, now y'all saw me try to get in. I got in, I specifically remember getting in right around 9 cents when it was low. When it was low, before it went up. And buyers went right above my price point and then started going above it. It started moving up. I was like, y'all saw that for yourself what it did. But now look where it's at. 60, about the 56 and almost, look at this. Look, so. Damn, I hate that. You know why I ain't gonna say I hate it? Because I don't want it to jinx me. You know what? I love you. I love you. Because I know you're going to be my money-making opportunity coming. So I'm not, you know what? I ain't going to be mean. I'll be nice. I'll be nice. But they played the crap out of me, though. Missed all my damn orders. Let me try. I'm going to just try to do one just for the fun of it. Let me see if it's going to take it. I'm going to just do one. Because I want to see if it's going to grab it again. See, watch, look, watch, I'm gonna do it again. See, look, it did it again. See, I tried to switch another contract. See? Now, let me see if I can try to get above it. Let me see if they're gonna do it. See, I hope I won't get pulled back. Let me see, I'm gonna try to do it again. See? See? You see what I mean? Ain't nobody was there. You see what I? Oh, y'all saw them bouncers down here. Y'all saw them bouncers down here. The minute I jump in, I jump above them. They like, I swear. Say, okay, look, right here with 6 cents. Now I'm gonna jump in above it. Oh, now you put me in, you little dirty broad. Oh, now you put me in. Now you want to do it. So I'm gonna show you an example of what I used to do on these. Okay, so I got me in with one. I'm just gonna show you what I used to do. So as we move up, I am on a call, right? Okay, I'll make sure I wasn't in the wrong one. So I would wait for it to move up like 10, 20 cents, and then I'll just take a move like this. So I ain't gonna take it right now, but god dang it. But at least y'all see how I would do it. God dog it. Gonna put me in a break even. Come on, let's see, can we squeeze up so I can just show them how I do it. I'm just doing one for example. Cause I want the sellers to move up. Alright, come on. Push them up. And like I said, that's how I play the spreads. See? Get rid of those sellers, have those buyers move up, and then I'll take profits. And all I did was do rinse and repeat. So finally took one. Let me see. And I would just do something like that. I would just do like 6 cents, 7 cents, or something like that with a shitload of shares, and I would just make profit off of it. As long as we keep pushing. Let me see. Cause I'm trying to exit out of it so I can just kind of show you how I would do it. Let me see. Come on, man. Yeah, I'm just doing it for example. Like I said, I'm just doing it for fun of it right now. So like I said, I like to get those spreads. I would get in as low as I could, wait for those sellers to move up, wait for the sellers to come up here, that'll force the buyers to move, and then I'll sell it right to them. I'll be making like good little 10 cents. See, watch, let me show you. See? So I did it for example just to show y'all what I would do. So you see that? See what I mean? So I would get in, like once the spreads would separate, I would get in as low as possible on the buying side. Then I wait for the sellers to move up, and then that's just how I would grab them. So I just showed y'all for example what I would do. So y'all see me do it. But I didn't want it this high though. I wanted down here, and I kept missing my damn orders though this morning. So normally what I would do is I would go in with like, how would I do it? I think I would do 2 apiece. Last time I did it, I think I was putting like 2 contracts a piece down, and I'll grab all the bottoms, and then once we make that move to the upside and we start to move up, I would start to sell them. But y'all kind of see what I did. But y'all saw the example I did. Y'all saw what I did for example. I didn't want to hold it because knowing that we way up here, I just didn't trust that. Cause I mean we too far up, and I just And then today Friday, I didn't want to. So I made a little baby trade. It was so babyish. But like I said, all I would do is just play the gaps. I mean the spreads. I get in as low as possible and sell it. Sometimes I do 2. Grab these lows, see, have some sellers come down, and then I'll sell. I'll come up here and sell it. I'll play the spreads in and out very quickly. I ain't doing it now, but when I have that fire, trust me, I'll be catching it. Just I want to do one more though. Like I want to do the spreads, but I don't think it's gonna let me. See, buyers move in again. I would try to get some of the sucker seller to get in, and then I'll sell it right into the next buyer. And that's how I would do it. I ain't care. I ain't care who bought it. It ain't my problem no more. Oh well. But yeah, but I would go in like I said, I would go in with like 4 to 5 contracts, and I would play like damn near 10, almost 10 cents up. But then the spreads would be a little bit bigger. Like the ones I was getting into before, like the buyers would be down here and the sellers would be like way up here. And there'll be some type of seller who will grab it and then yank me, and then just yank my I'll be up like quick. But I'm just not doing it right now because I know right now it's 12 o'clock and we consolidating, and I'm not. And today Friday, no, hell no. I ain't taking no chances. Negative. So, like I said, we'll be looking at CRWV. I will be trading Tesla. I could have traded Tesla today if I I was too caught up on here though. Let me see how the contracts looked at on. So like I said, with Tesla I use even on shorts I still use TSLL on short side. Let me see. What was the lows on that one, on this contract? Green. I'll show you TSLL contracts. I mean, how you can bank on those too. Be on the right side of momentum. So these are TSLL puts. So, and the way I have mine set up too, guys, my list is I have my lows, my highs, prices, and then I have my volume, open interest, and then bids and asks. I honestly don't even look at my delta. I ain't gonna lie to you, I don't even look at my delta. Cause I mean, like I said, I'm in and out. So, I try to stay as close to the money as possible, get whatever areas I can. So based off of this bracket here, your lows, I think you started down, I think it was like 6 cents. So if you got in with 1,000 shares, I mean, look where you at. You see what I mean? It's just understanding how to get in these plays. I mean, because you don't have to, and think about it, you can play with these small amounts. That's how I was banking on it. I ain't gonna lie to you. I wasn't playing no dollar. Some of them, I'm even playing dollar contracts. God is my witness. I was playing 10-cent contracts, 20-cent contracts, and I would just go in with a good amount. And again, all I was wait for movers like 10 cents, 20 cents, and I was just rinsing and repeating. That's all I was doing. Swear. Y'all saw me trying to do it for CRWV. I mean, look here. You went as low as 6 cents on this one, and you all the way up damn near to it. That's damn near, imagine how much money you would have been up already. Just, it's all about understanding being on the right side of momentum and just playing that bad boy. So that's the thing that we're gonna work on too. Being on the right side of momentum, knowing when to get in these plays, and you gotta ask yourself on how you're gonna get into these plays. Again, are you short buyers? Are you long buyers? Are you waiting for bouncing opportunities? Or are you waiting for bull trap opportunities where you go up and look for the next leg down? But you gotta ask yourself what type of trader. Okay, Aussie, Nadia, what do you prefer? Going long or going short? Which one is more of your strength? Which one is more of your strength? Because then you got some people that want to go short, but they don't know how to short. Because some of them don't know how to read tops. So whenever you have trouble like that, you flip your chart upside down. So all you do it, if you are short buyers, but you have trouble understanding where the tops are located, turn your chart upside down. Look at it from a put standpoint, where it can now kind of work bullish for you. So now if you're better at catching bottoms, it's the same exact way, but the chart is upside down where you can still play puts, but in reverse. See that? All I did was flip my chart upside down, look at it from a put standpoint. So now you can see more better of opportunity on the short side and kind of understand that those tops is equal out to your bottoms on your puts. Because if I flip it back up right, bam. See? The same exact areas, but upside down. Flip it. Bam. See that? Same exact areas. 90, 91. So if it works better for you to turn your chart upside down and you like the short, just do that. Flip it upside down and look and read it like that. It's about the other way best way I can put it. Flip your charts upside down, because you can see right here on the puts you got more of a bull flag, and on your calls you got more of a bear flag. See, one is a somewhat of a bull flag, and go back to the other one. This one is somewhat of a bear flag, because they do the opposite of one another. But yeah, those are gonna be my 3 stocks that I'm gonna be looking into. Like I said, Tesla, which I will be using TSLL, CRWV, which I was trying to do, but it missed my entries at the beginning, and also, of course, SPY. So I'm gonna be figuring out what would be, best ones for me to work with. But scalping wise, you already know CRWV. That's my go-to. I mean, that's. I mean, look right here. Look at the benefits from it. Y'all can clearly see what it did today. So why again, if it's not broke, then why fix it? Why not use the same exact stock that put money in my pockets or help grow my account? All I gotta do is just understand the setups to it. It worked for me in so many ways. The only reason why I got in out that play, because right now we're consolidating. I wasn't gonna be holding that, and we sitting up like high like this. I wouldn't. And again, I wanted to lead by example. That's why I jumped in and jumped out just to kind of show you how I played the spreads. But, I mean, I don't know if we're going to push. I mean, right now it's a Friday. It's 12 o'clock. I don't know if that volatility is going to still be there. You know, could we get that break above 81? We could. Could we get rejected and pull back? We could. See, right here, to me, it's kind of to me, it's like a little gambling spot. I'm not comfortable with that. I'm not doing it. Nope. Can't do it. I gotta trust my bet adjustment. I have to. But I do it. But my account is set and ready for next week, though, guys. It is set and ready. Also, y'all joining me? What's up? Who all down for the small account challenge? Who doing it with me? Who doing it with me? Let's go. Let's go. Who doing it with me? Who doing it with me? So Monday, I'm gearing up. I'm ready. I'm ready. Now, I'm gonna tell y'all right now. As we doing a small account challenge, don't do exactly what I'm doing. Like, be your own trader. Please do. Just do your own trades. Do your own due diligence. Study. You know, just because I'm trading something don't mean you gotta trade it. So, but we're gonna all just break down things. I'm gonna go over my thought processes. And of course, I got my little P&L sitting right here. To the side, I gotta move this chart over. So I got my P&L right here. So whenever I do start trading, I got it for both. Yeah, I just didn't want to push this one over because I didn't want it to clutter the damn charts even more. But I will have my little P&L for calls and puts. So you can see them right here. They marked off, one in red. That's going to be, well, matter of fact, I'm going to mark that off in green. Because I'm going to put that for calls. So green means go and red means, you know. So I'm going to just do that. That'll be smarter. All right, cool. I'll do that. All right, cool. So I'm going to have this set up for next week. And I will let you guys know if I'm going for a call, I'm going for a put, and then you can see everything right here. I got the P&L open, so I'll let you know how much I'm up, whatever the case may be, or what I'm up, when I'm down, and so forth. But yeah, but like I said, I got in and out this trade real quick because, like I said, going sideways is not after hours, is lunch hours, and I don't trust that, and I'm just not gonna risk that. No, too far up with room to possibly fall back down. That's why I got in and out real quick, because you gotta understand these levels of consolidation until you get confirmation, especially, you know, because you don't want to put yourself in that position of chasing, especially up here. Hell no. Oh no. Then you got to understand your time frames too, or your hours. 12 o'clock, 12:30. Nope. Because normally you get that 12 o'clock what transition. So if you're already going up, we may be possibly transitioning back down. Because you clearly see this. Look at this. The quicker you go up, we could be transitioning right back down to the downside. So that's why I'm not chasing these tops right now till I get full confirmation. Not putting myself in the line of fire. That's not happening. And right here, guys, what I told you. Could be setting up a bull trap where sellers can come in. Again, I told y'all, bear flag pattern. Look at that bear flag. Look at this area of resistance. I told you, could be a bull trap. Don't chase. Today is Friday, man. Please be careful. Please be careful. I'm going to soon be heading on out too, guys, because like I said, Fridays, I don't like to stay throughout the whole day because it becomes gambly. And I want you guys to get off and go enjoy your weekend so we can start fresh Monday as well. What time it is right now? I'll leave about 1. I'll leave around 1, you know, at the second half of the market, so I can break down, you know, if you're going to trade for the second half of the market, what to look forward to. So I'm going to stay on another 30 minutes so we can see, you know, how we're going to prep ourselves for the second half of the market. But I'm not trading. I'm not diving. So to me, SPY still looks weak. I still see somewhat of a bear flag pattern where it looked like we could retest back down towards that 681.50, where we could get that, be working on that second leg down. Second leg down. So I'll be careful with that. Tesla, I still think we could see that for where we are at 440. I want to see my alerts go up.
Trading 386 cents. I'm heading out. Thanks, G Money. See you Monday, boss. Thanks for being here today.
Oh man, no problem at all, boss. And as I told him, I will be doing the small account challenge. I'm gonna be starting off with like $100 because I've done it before. So I'm gonna be starting off with a small account challenge, and I will have my little P&L areas right here. So I got 2 of them, one for calls and one for puts. So you'll know which one that I'm in. You know, if I'm going on the short side or long side, and I do have the P&L open, so you can see whether, you know, how much I'm up or how much I'm down. But I will be starting Monday, and we will be starting the streams back up at 9:15. So, and as I told you guys, at 9:15.
Thanks, G-Boss. Have a super weekend.
Man, no problem at all, Queen. And as I told y'all, when we now first start off the live streams at 9:15, these are what we're going to be going over, guys. You know, news, We're gonna be going over SPY recaps. We're gonna be going over economics, and we also going to be going over earnings and whatever the case may be. So this is what we're gonna do at the beginning. So as we have that little 15-minute time frame, that window before the market opens, we're gonna go over all of that. You know, prepping ourselves on what to expect for the market and understand the patterns as well. So I'm gonna definitely have everything. So I'm glad that you guys. So I designed this for you guys. This little newspaper thing, I wanted to have fun, man. So I had to go look for a little template, and then I designed it, man. Oh, Lone Wolf, y'all, you saw the other scene, huh? The little break room scene. I think you've seen it before already, if I'm not mistaken. No, you know, not this little scene, the other one, the little break room, my little lunchroom lobby. I think you've seen it, if I'm not mistaken. If you didn't, I'll take you to it before we head on out. You know, for those who have not seen the lobby. I ain't gonna lie, I wanted to do the conference room lobby, and I'm gonna go back to all the lobbies that I used to have that I don't use anymore. I'll do it in a few. But guys, watch this. Okay. Okay, I got three lobbies. So I'm gonna take you to. Okay, I'm gonna show you the one I used to go to before the chart lobby. So we'll go into the conference room first. We'll do this one right now. Let's go, guys. All right, so y'all remember my old conference room. This is the old conference room we used to do our talking points. I know y'all remember this. The old conference room. We used to have this. When we had the little projector screen come on down, and we talk about SPY and all this other stuff. Do I still have it? I don't think I do, though. Yeah, I think I had made some changes on that. And then, okay. Could have sworn I had my little... I'm trying to see where my projector screen is at. I could have sworn it was on there. Is it? Nope, I don't see it coming up. I think I changed it. Oh, PowerPoint. There we go. Is it? Oh, there we go. Yeah, see? That used to be the old setup. Remember, guys, we used to have the old little setup? We used to have that old little setup. We used to always talk about everything. All right, so this is the conference room. All right, so what's next? Okay, Lone Wolf. This is another one that I'm going to have that design when we do free cash Fridays, when we do cash prize giveaways. So let's go into this lobby real quick. So this is a casino thing I made. Hope you enjoy this one. So boom, this is the casino. I gotta update these bottom things, man, because it's been a while. So yeah, guys, like I said, we're gonna be doing spin the wheel. We're gonna be doing free cash Fridays, cash prize giveaways. I mean, that goes to everybody, subscribers. Oh, and if you want to ask if it works, yes, it does. So let me go to my little wheel, spin the wheel. Let me see. Where's my little wheel at? Let me go to it real quick. Hold on, give me a minute. Let me go. Where's that spin the wheel? Let me see if it works. Should work. What is it? Wait, what do I have it under? TikTok, right? I got it on TikTok. Yeah, I had to log into it. I think I got it on the right one. Where's my spinner wheel at? I'm trying to remember if I was on her right. Come on now, spin it. Oh, here we go. I got it. There we go. Make that money. Yeah, so we got the free cash Fridays giveaways. So we're going to have all that, getting ready to rock and roll, guys, for 2026. So we're going to have all that. And then last but not least, guys, I'm going to take y'all into the lunchroom lobby, and I'm going to be giving everybody the deuces because, you know, Fridays, man, I don't want y'all gambling, man, because I want y'all to start this new year off right and so forth. So let's go ahead to the lunchroom lobby, and I'm going to be showing everybody the deuces. So let's get ready to rock and roll. Let's go. All right, we here. So yeah, guys, this is it. So yep, got the lunchroom lobby. I gotta fix this little thing here later on. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna reset that. But yeah. No, nobody won yet, boss. We're gonna get it ready. Once we do start the small account challenge, so whatever amount I make, I'm gonna put it towards the pot. So we're gonna start off with up between yeah. So, but for the little casino thing, so what I'm gonna do is once I make a certain amount in the small account challenge, I'm gonna take an amount out loan in casino, and I'm gonna put that towards the pot. So we're gonna start off small, between I guess $15 to $100 somewhere. Then as the account get bigger and bigger and bigger, I'm gonna add more into the pot. So, I mean, you got to think about it, man. What stream can you go in and you get free money? Come on, man. Free money? Just coming on my stream, showing love and support, and you get free money put in your pockets. So imagine that the pot gets up to $500 and you didn't have to do nothing but come on my stream and support me, and you spin a wheel, it hits your name, and now $500 is in your pockets. Just saying. So, but yeah, guys, I'm about to soon be heading on out, man. Cause like I said, Fridays, I mean, it can be a little risky, man. I don't want nobody, especially, well, I know this week, 2 weeks in a row, it's been a little tricky and been a little off because of the holidays, you know, these days being off. But we should be having our full week starting next week, man. But we're going to be having everything rocking and rolling. Let me see. Yeah, so we're going to definitely be doing that, boss. I don't think I put everything on this side correctly. God dang it. Let me see. Do I have my thanks things and everything on this one right? Do I? So like I said, man, W Minds, man, guys, thank y'all so much for joining me, man. I appreciate y'all for everything that you guys been doing. Y'all already know the time it is. Like I said, shout out to the Minds for always doing a hell of a job, man. I appreciate y'all so much for the work that y'all put in and so forth. Let me see. Where's my little thing at? Did I fix my little YouTube thing? Where's my little tag at? Is it? Oh yeah, I gotta fix that. But yeah, if y'all are new to my channel, guys, please do your boy a favor, man. Smash that subscribe button if you already subscribed. Like, share, comment. Goes a long way. And thank y'all for helping me get to 1,000 subs, man. And our goal is to go up to 15 to 2,000 for this year. But we're going to keep it rocking and rolling, man. If you're on my Twitch, follow, subscribe to avoid the ads. And I do have kickback up, so y'all can follow or subscribe as well. Because I'm, got to get these platforms up and running, man. Because I want to be heard all over the place. So, but thank y'all for everything. Appreciate y'all for everything that y'all do. Dude, where's my little sign out thing though? Yeah, I gotta update this side. I forgot to update everything on this side. There we go. Booyah! So yeah, guys, about to be heading on out, man. I want you guys to sit back, relax. Again, we're gonna have a brand new week. Next week, we're gonna have a full trading week. I will be starting a small account challenge off Monday. Live streams will be getting kicked off at 9:15 and so forth, Monday through Fridays. So my goal was to do 4 hours of stream, so basically the beginning of the market, the first half of the market, because that's where you have more, volatility. Because, doing that 1 o'clock to 4 o'clock, that really ain't really help y'all none, because all the volatility's gone. The market is halfway dead, and then I'm coming in from 1 to 4, not really doing anything, to help you guys out. Because again, all the party's already been missed. So me coming in at 9:15 to damn near 2 o'clock, we catching the best portion of the market where you guys can benefit, I can benefit, and yeah, we'll go from there. So, and I did make a promise that once I got up to 1K subs, I was gonna go back to 9 o'clock stream. So here we go. But other than that, man, I hope everybody be blessed. I hope everybody be safe. Happy New Year's to everybody. I wish everybody nothing but love and just health and happiness for 2026. We don't want to take 2025 problems into 2026. Want to be happy, want to start new chapter, new journey, new everything, man. So, and we're going to all do this together, man. So our goal is to not knock down one another, but to help one another, man. So we're going to keep doing this, guys. I thank y'all so much. Thank y'all for the love and support. I wouldn't be where I'm at if it wasn't for you guys. So I thank y'all 110%, man. Lone Wolf, Casino, Nadia, Aussie, everybody, man. Thank y'all so much for joining me. Y'all already know what I'm about to say before I head on out. Y'all know what time it is, guys. Maximize your reward. Minimize your risk. Always put grateful over greed, and you will succeed every single time. Till then, guys, I hope you guys stay blessed, stay safe, enjoy your weekend, and let's get ready to rock and roll for Money Monday and start the Small Account Challenge. If y'all with me, let's do this. Love y'all, man. Peace.
Subscribe for more